going to summarize what happened because, and we all know it, and I'm going to like summarize it here. I totally fucked up and forgot to upload episode 7. Very sad because episode 7 was super cool.
We got to do it again.
Yeah, we got to do the whole thing over again. But
oh fuck, I'm going back to bed.
No. So that's basically what Gerald did. So what happened was that I usually wait like a day or two to upload them because it's like, oh yeah, I need to do that thing that I don't normally forget. But like immediately after we did that session, my graphics card on my computer went out, and that was just intensely stressful and upsetting because I've been playing nothing but Final Fantasy 14 for the past like 2 months. So like my main like avenue of entertainment had been lost to me, and so I did give in to the voice of doubt and all that. But anyway, so I was just immensely upset about that, and I just completely fucking forgot to do the upload. So last episode, you guys followed up on the clue with pursuing the stone to Gralhoun Manor, or the attacker. The mannequin attacker to the Gralhoun Manor. Whenever you guys got there, you discovered a lot of dead Zentarum bodies and bodyguards belonging to the Gralhoun family. And while there, you guys split up. Book and Rush went in one way to confront Manchun on the top floor, while Geralf set the building on fire.
To be fair, it was in the opposite order that happened.
So
Geralf went in to survey, while his idiot friends went the other way. And then Geralf lit the building on fire.
So
to be fair, I never intended on entering the building. I was trying to peek through a door, and the motherfucker's like, "I see you, come in." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, so it's really fun. Once we finish, you should look up like Manchun's stats in the book. It's kind of nuts. It's not as nuts as Jarlaxle, but we'll talk about him later. So what was my thing? What was my thing here? So with that being done, you guys fought the Manchun Simulacrum, which is a magical clone with a decreased amount of his spellcasting capacity. You defeated him, and you successfully extracted the Stone of Galore from Gralhoun Manor before it went up in flames. Book briefly held it before Manchun knocked his ass to the ground and de-attuned him, and then Rush managed to attune to the stone, and then you guys escaped with it. This was also the night before Book's wedding, just marvelously enough. And we're actually going to go to a quick thing before that, because Rush, how do you handle the stone whenever you go to sleep that night? Like, how do you guard it or mess with it in any way? I want to know if you're hiding it or if you're...
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to hide it. You know what? Just for the sake of fun, quirky characters, because Rush is not up to this point not been the most intelligent person. We're gonna feed with that. So Rush is gonna start wearing a turban in which he has the stone hidden at all times.
You do know it's like the size of a football, right?
Yes, this is gonna be like stereotypical, like giant, like Arabian Sultan, like turban. It's gonna be a big ass turban.
God.
Okay, excellent. And so you sleep with this on, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
He's keeping it on at all times.
You have permanent advantage on all wisdom saving throws. You don't know why. So, as you sleep the night after you've acquired the stone, your dream that night, which I don't know if Rush often dreams, but this one
He has lucid dreams. Hey.
Oh wow. So
Rip.
if you have lucid dreams, this is the most lucid you've ever had. You find yourself standing in ankle-deep water in what looks like the dingiest swamp. It's like straight up Dagobah out here. There's vines and moss and just like giant cypress trees that go on for as far as you can possibly see. In this otherwise featureless swamp, you can see like steam rising out of the water, and you can see lily pads in the poor lighting kind of swishing slightly. There's no moon, there's no sun in the air, but there's an omnipresent yellowish orangish lighting. What do you do?
So it's just kind of like a misty swamp. There's nothing. Do I see like any sources of light?
No, it seems like omnipresent lighting that doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere.
No, sir. No one source.
Correct.
I guess Rush is just gonna kind of pick a direction and start going.
Okay. You start swishing your legs through the dingy water, and again, it's ankle deep. And so it's not particularly hard to get through. You're a water genasi anyway, so it's not like you're averse to water. And as you walk by, you see a ripple a little bit ahead of you. That it's just one single ripple that echoes outwards and starts dissipating on the surrounding foliage. And then all of a sudden, you slip on something and plunge entirely into the water. And despite like all the surrounding foliage and all the trees and all the lily pads and everything, whenever you find yourself completely underwater, there's no sign of the ground you were just walking on. There's no sign of the plants and stuff that were around you. It is just an entirely deep, dark abyss that you find yourself in, with only a single ray of yellow light coming down. And as you look down into the darkness, you see a single eye open. And then you see another one open underneath it. And then you see another one open on top of the first eye. You see 3 eyes open and glaring at you in a vertical pattern. They seem to be getting closer. What do you do?
Are these spooky like eyes, or like are these like big eyes, little eyes, spooky, friendly?
They are glowing. They are definitely creepy looking. They seem to be... They don't seem to have pupils. As a matter of fact, they seem to look almost like red, featureless spheres.
I'm just trying to get a vibe. Am I like, this is intimidating in nature.
Oh, it's ominous as shit.
Alright, I'm booking it away.
Okay. You attempt to swim away from the eyes that are approaching you, but as you get towards the surface of the water, you see that it is gradually getting farther and farther away from you, no matter how hard you try to swim. And at the last moment, you turn around and you see the owner of the 3 eyes. It appears to be a monstrous fish creature with several tentacles bearing a circular mouth. And as you see this creature, it bares its teeth, but simultaneously doesn't seem to be coming at you with any ill intent. It looks just like the image that I put into the chat. The row of open teeth just approaches you gently.
I know that image. Boo.
And the tentacles glide gently towards you and envelop you in what seems to be an embrace. Holder up the stone, look upon me in my imperfect form. See what I once was. See what I have achieved. And the eyes glimmer at you, catching what little light there is from above. I am Galore. And these tentacles that are enveloping you, they start to shrink. The image before you starts to convalesce into... basically, it looks like the creature before you, which you know is an aboleth because you don't know how you know that, but you know it, starts to convalesce upon itself. It starts to fold in until it achieves a football-shaped form, a small stone floating in the water, gently, not going in any one direction. The eyes on it blink and glint and then fall still. What can you give me? What lies within your mind? What secrets do you hold? I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Where's Rush? There he is. 12.
12. You feel something pushing in the back of your mind, and you realize that your entire life's experiences are being devoured by this creature. It's observing it all in rapid succession. The moment of your birth, the first time you heard like your mother's voice, the first time you picked up a mace, the first time you read a story, the first time you heard the name Jeramon. And it just seems a little dissonant in your brain. Maybe it's because of the dream. Maybe it's just because you're not in total control of your faculties anymore, but you hear what seems to be a laughing as your vision darkens. And then you awake in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. You can permanently increase your intelligence attribute by 1 now.
By how much?
By 1. Alright. So, it's the day of the wedding. Since Quill was never going to let Book be in charge of any of the...
Don't you mean Quinn?
Quill.
God damn it.
Motherfucker, we established a theme, damn it. Which, by the way, all tabaxi in our games are going to be named after, like, writing-related things. I think that's hilarious if there's, like, page and there's pencil.
Oh my god.
Maybe not all, but it's funny. But anyway, so yeah, it is the morning of the wedding. You guys know that Quill refused to let Book be part of any of the planning whatsoever. And your invitations instructed you to board a yacht at the docks of Waterdeep. Whereupon they would sail out to sea and commence the ceremony on the open waters. So yeah, Rush. Let's go down the Geralf. How are you approaching the situation? Are you getting fancy, or are you just doing your own thing? What's up?
Yeah, I suppose that Geralt's gonna dress up. It is a wedding after all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be presentable, and
Excellent.
so he's gonna put on his fanciest clothes, which probably aren't that fancy to begin with, but you know,
Of course.
they're just slightly nicer than the normal stuff he wears. And,
You know what's funny is I was really hoping for you to say, "Oh, Gerald's not going." Okay, yeah. So you're getting like decently spruced up and everything.
Yeah, Book hasn't done anything lately that's pissed off Geralt enough to make him not want to go. So
That's fair. Rush. What's your approach? What's your play?
So I am going to like a day, like in preparation, like not quite like when she would be all dolled up, like getting dolled up and stuff, but I'm going to approach Quill.
Okay, I'm asking, like, you know, like we can do that in just a second, but like, you know, you're all formal, or are you all
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be in fancy, like, you know, like my cleric garb and all that. Like,
Okay.
it's a ceremony, so.
Got you. Are you still wearing the turban with the stone?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so you find Quill. She's inside because bad luck before the wedding and everything. To see the groom. And she's dressed in actually some pretty earthy tones because this is a wedding under the guide of the goddess Shantea, the goddess of life.
Okay.
She's wearing like a nice little ivy circlet, and it seems that like all of her maids and everything are clad in druidic gear. So,
Okay.
Mr. Rush, good evening. May I help you with anything? As you can see, I'm still preparing.
Yeah, I was just curious. Who are you getting to officiate this ceremony?
Oh, well, let me, 1 second. Oh, God, oh, shit. What is their name? I can't believe I forgot to look this up. Shit, damn it. Fuck. Oh, a dear friend of mine, actually. Motherfucker, it's supposed to be on here. Shit, damn it. I literally had this in my mind. I looked it up before we started, and then as soon as we got to this part after I did all the Aboleth stuff, it like completely left my brain. Okay. Oh, but my dear friend Melano Fellbranch, the leader of the Emerald Enclave in the city. It is, after all, a ceremony of Shantea, the goddess of life. Some touch of nature is required for me and my people. And it kind of hits you whenever she says this that like she's very evidently a druid despite her day job.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a problem? I hope this isn't a.
Oh, no. I was just curious. I want to, make sure Book can't find a way to flounder this one up. So.
Oh, I absolutely expect him to, darling. But we will burn that bridge when we come about it, shall we?
All right. Well, that's kind of all I know. You have fun, and can't wait to see you on your special day.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for attending. Let's hope it doesn't get mucked up too badly.
All right, I'm gonna go find that dude now.
Melanor?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Book, what is your whole deal with this?
What do you mean?
How is Book approaching his own wedding? Because this is a question that I need to ask, obviously.
Oh, his wedding's not till tomorrow.
His wedding's not till tomorrow, is it?
No, it's not till tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about.
How very interesting. Okay, so what is Book currently doing?
He's cleaning up the tavern.
Okay, cool.
Sweeping, taking care of tables.
Okay.
Kind of confused that nobody else is here.
Well, actually, whenever you're cleaning, you see Song actually descend the stairs, and she's dressed up pretty nicely. She's not a dress wearing kind of lady. Actually, it seems like she's dressed up sort of in what would ordinarily be male inclined finery, but it still looks pretty good on her. It's like basically a tuxedo with a tailcoat, and she looks at you and she says, "Well, I guess we'll see you there, Book."
See me where?
Well, at the wedding, of course.
Oh, who's getting married?
A friend of yours. And she says this, like, smiling. The first time you've seen Song smiling, by the way.
Alright. Which friend? Are you getting married?
Oh, am I getting married? No. No, Book, you idiot. You're getting married.
No, that's not till tomorrow.
It's today, Book.
No.
It's in the broadsheets. Would you like me to go and grab an issue outside and show it to you?
Yes.
1 second. Song steps outside. She flags down the nearest paperboy who's, flaunting papers to get money for his legs. And she brings it back in, and she shoves the Faerunian equivalent of a newspaper in you, and she points to the bottom middle right, sort of, where it's like, wedding for vaunted druidess and member of the Magisters, and it's a animated picture of Quill.
Yep, and it was at that moment that Quill remembered, or that Book remembered, he forgot to pick up the new papers for the day. He's been living off the idea that it was yesterday.
So
yeah, it's freaking out a little bit.
Oh.
Okay. Listen. We can get this taken care of.
I have a brilliant idea. It'll make sure that I don't get in any trouble at all.
Okay.
We need to burn down the tavern.
We are not burning down the tavern. This is how I make my money.
Okay, then we burn down the house next to us.
No. We will not. Listen. I can cover for you. Okay. Let's just get you dressed.
I mean, the last thing I can think of is I get stabbed.
Well, yes, of course. Quill is very likely to stab you, yes, but...
No. I get stabbed by somebody else, and then I show up stabbed.
Oh, is that what you need? Okay, yeah, absolutely. Give me a second. And then she takes out a dagger and stabs you. What's your armor class?
Awesome. So glad she's willing to do this.
Okay, does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And she's fucking stabs you. It's just like, I want to make sure that was, okay. We're good? Yeah, okay, fine. And she stabs you just a bit, like, it's actually kind of startling how well she knew where to stab you. It's in, like, an area between your ribs, but not exactly to where it would do, like, some lasting damage. But it definitely fucking hurts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
we good? Okay, so here,
Yep.
so here's what's going to happen, and she starts casting like a healing spell on you. So you were on your way, you were doing your, but you decided to leave early, and you saw the most beautiful bouquet of flowers, and you thought it would just blow the one that she got for the wedding out of the water, and you were mugged. It was terrible. A thug in black armor, perhaps, and but on my way over, because I left after you, of course. We were. I found you and we fixed it up, and now you're on your way. How's that sound?
Should I have been wearing my suit when you stabbed me?
Shit. Okay, we can stab you.
Are we
again.
gonna
It's
have
fine.
to do
It's
this
fine.
a second
It's fine.
time?
It was a very insistent thug. Let's go get you dressed, and then we can fix things up. How about that?
Oh, fix things up doesn't mean stab me a second time.
We'll figure it out as we get about it. How about that? Song seems like oddly animated compared to how she's normally very dour and like still.
Well, I mean, you know, in her life, she's kind of dealt with some things.
Mm-hmm. So
you know, living with 3 murderers,
yeah.
rampaging hooligans.
Yeah. So okay, so Rush, you were seeking out Melanor Fellbranch, was that it?
Yep.
Okay. 1 second. Gotta respond to something. Okay. It's not super hard to pick Melanor out. He is a pretty tall, he's a pretty tall wood elf. Nice, like, extremely long brown hair, like, it pretty much brushes past his hips how long it is, and he's garbed in, like, some really very obviously, look at me, I am a druid, gear and everything. He's wearing a crown of thorns, and he's speaking with a man that is garbed in a very obvious noble's getup. It's golden, and he's wearing a symbol that is an upside-down pentagram on his coat, like, very brazenly. And the two men are talking, like, at length, just going off on stuff. It seems like they're having, like, a spirited but respectful argument. So what do you do?
Okay. I kind of give the, like, lift your hand, like, hey, are you busy? Got a moment to talk motion.
Okay. Melanor looks over, and so does the man talking to him. And Melanor, like, waves it off a bit, but the man in yellow, the man in gold, like, actually was like, no, hold on. You, sir, by all means, come hither.
Yes.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Lord Castellanter. I am the sponsor of the boat this morning. I'm a dear friend of the bride, and this is my good friend and verbal sparring partner. He says, like chuckling a little bit. And Melanor responds, Victoro, my dear man, verbal sparring partner is an apt but quite generous title for what you consider verbal sparring man. Anyway, how can we help you, sir?
Yes. My name is Rutt. I'm actually Book's best man.
Ah,
and
of course. How could I forget?
Yeah. So I just want to let you know that Book's not feeling so well. So we talked it over, and we met with Quill, and we think it's best to postpone the wedding just a day, so he has a chance to get over his ailments.
Oh my god. Melanor looks actually kind of like shocked about this, and he's like, "Well, he picked a fine time to do it. He's already got everything set up."
It's worm.
It's worms?
Yeah, like cat.
What are you doing?
Victoro Castellanter actually looks a little bit perturbed, and he's like, "Well, someone's getting married on this boat today. This is a personal favor to my dear friend Quill, but you know, boat-bound ceremonies don't come cheaply, and well, my family doesn't get to splurge like this very often, you understand. We're gunning for the open lordship." And Melanor laughs at this, and he's like, I really must insist that you bring the groom to me. Perhaps I need to differentiate these guys' voices more. Melanor's voice is actually deeper then. How about that? I really must insist that you bring the groom to me. I am a druid of no small skill. Perhaps I could fix the man up a little bit. Worms is a simple incantation to cure.
All right, we're gonna go on a limb. I need a DC 15 Wisdom save for Charm Person.
On Melanor?
Yep.
Okay. Is Charm Person like a super obvious cast?
They know if they
They
fail.
know after it's over.
And if after it's over.
Very sorry, it's a nat 20.
Fuck.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
You are getting what you deserve.
Melanor's eyes like flash briefly, like with light. And he looks like super offended for a second. But Victoro Castellanter leans forward and like pushes him like back a little bit. It's like, listen. It's clearly something is amiss, and I would love to be party to it. How about this? I will send some of my people to fetch the man himself, and we can carry this on out, and we can forget anything happened here.
That's Castellanter, or
Yeah, it's the Castellanter. Sorry, the druid is going to talk with a much deeper voice.
Okay. Okay. So, Book's just getting some cold feet. Everything should be fine. I apologize for any offense I may have caused. I was just trying to lighten. I'm trying to give him be a bro. But yeah. So no, that's all. It's not. He's not really sick. I wasn't. I meant no disrespect. Just trying to lighten the mood with my little party trick.
Melanor looks like
so uninvited.
Melanor looks none too impressed, but again, Victoro Castellanter takes the speaking term for him. He's like, I understand, trust me, I've been in quite some situations like that myself. I go to many weddings, you see. But listen, we'll take care of it, alright? My people will go and fetch the groom, and we'll administer perhaps some draughts of curing disease, and, get the man on his feet. Worms or no, it'll probably do him some good for his constitution, eh?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I mean, he probably needs a little pick-me-up. That's fair.
Yeah, we'll get right on it.
So,
I wonder how bad you're gonna feel, Isaac, or how bad Rush is gonna feel when he realizes that the cat's been stabbed.
So are any of my people?
I've seen worms, but jeez.
I know that some of my people are like scattered with the whole investigation. Are any of them like not?
So Ishtred ducked down with you, and the rest of them have gone aground, except for Davil. Davil has been arrested.
Okay, I'm gonna go find Istrid then.
Okay, Istrid is going to be back at the tavern in her current disguise, which she disguised herself as a male dwarf, by the way. She did an incredible job. It's actually kind of scary. And his name, her thing. Let me look up a dwarven, because there is a provided name that they give you. His name is Fullhelm. He just goes by his last name. But yeah, you make it to the empty tavern, and you go in, and it's just Istrid standing around. She's and she, under the guise of Full Helm, says, "What are you doing? Isn't the wedding today?" What are you doing? I'm sorry, excuse me, because she's. What are you doing? Isn't the wedding today?
Yeah, it is, but that's kind of why I'm here. I need a favor.
You need a favor.
Yeah.
What do you need?
And what? Okay, one more time. What's the dude's name that's do officiating?
Melanor Fellbranch.
Okay, I need Melanor Fellbranch to be occupied at the time of the ceremony. Whether he's, just gone, running like an hour or two late. I just need him to...
What are you doing to my freaking wedding?
I just need him to be busy, because I'm a man of religion, and I'm going to officiate this wedding.
Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I could do something. I don't know where any of the other folks are, but, hell, I do owe you. I tell you what... I'll think of something. You get on running, and I'll head to the Emerald Enclave and see if there's anything I can do.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate it, and I throw her one of a coin.
She catches it and bites it and says, "You're good people." Geralf. So, I just want to know, man, like. Well, you're still on the party boat, and there's like just plenty of like high society smoozes going around. It's a very interesting mix of like high class society people and like very obvious druid nature boys going around. So, what are you doing?
Is there a bar?
There is a bard actually, a bard with a D.
A bar without a D.
Okay, there is a bard, but we'll get to him later.
A bard without.
Yeah, I want to avoid that bard at all costs.
So, yeah, there's an open bar, and it's kind of a, if you've ever been on a cruise ship, which I haven't, but there's like those open island bars where it's like on the side of the ship, and it's like a little island counter, and they got stuff behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's being staffed by what appears to be a halfling man that's standing on a stool.
Cool. I'm just gonna go up and ask for a drink.
Yes, what can I do you for?
Just an ale, please.
Yes, one Shadow Dark Ale, coming right up. And he like grabs it from underneath and he slides it past you, and it's very dark. It's like it's plum colored.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty standard fare. It's like kind of sweet, kind of fruity.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, sure. Perfect. I'm gonna take my drink. And I'm gonna just start going around schmoozing up fancy people.
Okay, let me think here. So you see the people that Rush were just talking to. You see Melanor Fellbranch, and you see Victoria Castellanter, who is by far the most like opulent looking person here. You see Renair. Neverember, one of your Harper compatriots, speaking with a very portly man that you recognize as Merton the Moneylender.
Okay.
And two Harpers that are present at the occasion. And you also see a vaguely familiar woman that is in blue. She's bearing a noble's garb, but much less opulent than Victoria Castellanter. She seems familiar to you, but you're not sure you could quite place it without speaking to her.
Okay. Sure, let's go talk to her.
Okay. So you speak to her, and she's like, "Yes, peasant, can I help?" Oh my, I recognize you. You were at the alleyway when the fireball hit.
Well, to be fair, I was inside the building when the fireball hit, but yes, I was. I am the owner of the building that was assaulted. Might I ask your name again? It seems to have slipped my mind.
Lady Jezreen Hornraven of the Hornraven fortune. It's a pleasure to meet you once again.
Oh, yes. Hello. Thank you for coming to my friend's event.
Well, yes, of course. I owed you for pulling me out of that spot. Wasn't able to get any progress on my own predicament. Mr. Trench, the investigator, was a little preoccupied afterwards, but, you know. Speaking of which, did you ever track down the mechanical man?
You know, we tracked down some people. We're still looking to say. I guess if in a more scientific term, people might call it still an open investigation.
I understand. Well, I certainly hope it was taken care of. The city seems quite a dangerous place lately. My dearest friend of many seasons, Lady Growlhund, she was murdered just the other night.
Oh, was she? Jarl's gonna do the whole swallow a little too hard, start maybe sweating just a little bit thing. Huh. Well, that's not good. Do they know who did it? His voice is getting a little squeaky.
The rumor has it that the Zentarum are in the city. I certainly hope.
Sounds like a strong rumor.
Well, here's hoping that justice is done. It's a good thing that we have, brave people like you to investigate these things where the Watch cannot.
I just do what I can. I really just try to support our boys in blue.
I think I'm cool with this being the entire session. So anyway, just Geralf nervously talking to this woman. You wouldn't happen to know one Rayluf Hornraven, would you? Just out of curiosity.
Do I know that person?
You don't, decidedly.
No, I do not believe I do.
Yeah, well, it's my bastard of a husband, if you ever encounter him. Well, Code Legal says that there's a whole hullabaloo about assaulting a noble, but I'll do you a solid if you ever give him a black eye.
I will see what I can do.
Book!
Yeah.
So, you were just arriving with your second stab wound, and you managed to actually avoid any of Melinor's people, Victorio's people. But when you get to the party boat, with Song in tow, you actually do see, some people talking to Melinor, Fellbranch,
Okay.
like some guys that are in, like, what they look like rangers, and they're speaking to him in, like, hushed tones, and then he's like, yes, right away. Attention, good people, I must away for a moment, but in light of the groom's delay, I see that we should likely delay the ceremony, but I promise you I will return. Whenever my errand is taken care of. Your patience is appreciated. And then he walks away with his people. Do me a quick stealth or sleight of hand, your choice.
For what? What am I doing?
Just roll it. You're gonna see if you can avoid his eyes, unless you want to meet his eyes.
I mean, I don't really want to leave and postpone the wedding because then.
The show will go on. I got you, baby.
And the show will go on. I'm just saying, thinking in book size. if he leaves, I'm in trouble because then the soon-to-be wife is gonna think it's my fault that he left because I was taking too long. So I definitely want to
catch him. Okay. As he's leaving with his little contingent of rangers, he says, there's the groom now. Excuse me, sorry. There's the groom now. Well, it's good to see you in one piece. Did Lord Castellanter's people find you?
No, nobody found me. But I heard you were leaving.
Yes, it has come to my attention that someone poisoned the water well at the Emerald Enclave, and I was just about to go and tend to the situation.
And that's more important than finishing the wedding?
Yes, absolutely. These are my people we're talking about.
The wedding. Your dear friend?
Quill is a dear friend and a treasured member of the Emerald Enclave, but I'm sure she would agree with my decision to go and tend to the poison water well, yes. Rush, it's about this time whenever you happen upon the scene as well, seeing Melinor talk to a Rush, and not to Rush, to Book, and very obviously trying to leave.
And he'll approach and be like, Melanor, is everything okay?
Oh, just a spot of poisoning, assault on my people. Someone
Just a little poison. Don't worry about it.
someone went and poisoned the water well at the Emerald Enclave, and it requires my attention. I say,
Those bastards.
I happen to know for a fact there's not a water well at the Emerald Enclave.
I say you. I
I'm
believe
kidding.
I believe we could have the best of both worlds. Actually, you look like a man of the faith yourself. What god do you serve?
No. Who's the boat captain? Who's the ship's captain?
God, I'm trying to think if I want to lie or tell the truth.
If you
Because
wanna
both
lie-
are hilarious.
If you want to lie, I could totally give you a. I could give you a totally valid goddess to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie.
Okay.
Say it's Ragnar.
The first thing you go to is Sune, the wait, let me see. Sune, who is the
Garen. It's Garen the Graveclaw.
no, he's not a god, dumbass.
He's pretty much.
So Sune, also known as Lady Firehair, is the deity of beauty and love.
What is it? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. It's Sune is also known as Lady Firehair, is the goddess of beauty and love.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I descended from the Temple of Suni.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to take an insight check.
Ah, you are one of.
Oh, you know better.
Oh, you absolutely
know?
know better.
You know
Do
my
I know?
god.
No,
Yeah,
you
If I
absolutely
know, then I
do.
know. Okay.
You
I
absolutely
didn't know if
do.
you'd actually told me.
Ah, Sunite, yes, of course, of Lady Firehair, yes. Well, give the Order of the Ruby Rose my regards. They have always been friend of Shantea.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. I will be returning to the temple later this week, and I'll be sure to touch base and let them know that you sent goodwill.
Yes, but of course. Give the Heartwater my regards as well. I must away. Lord Book, Suni is a fine goddess, sure to bless your union.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I must away. Apologies again for my absence.
That's alright. Go save your people.
Yes, of course. Book, Rush, do you guys have anything to say to each other as Melanor leaves? And Song is like watching, kind of like.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find the ship's captain. You're not.
Whoa! Hey man, I put a lot of work into poisoning that well so I could get your wedding officiating. I mean,
Why?
I did a lot of work.
Why?
I just wanted to share this special moment with you.
Could have shared the special moment with me from somewhere else.
Nah, man, I just want to make sure you don't pussy out.
Ha, I get it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go find the ship captain.
Okay,
I'm gonna go find Quill.
oh man,
Oof.
so, I'm gonna send you, give me a second, I'm gonna send you the script that I was going to use to meme on you people, but now that you guys have done this to me, I have to do this real quick.
Everybody had a different idea of how today was gonna go.
I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get stabbed
Twice.
You're the one who suggested it.
It was more of just a
You
spitballing brainstorm type thing.
you tried to burn down our bar.
That was the most obvious solution. Burn it down. I'm trying to save the tavern. I come in covered in soot, and everybody thinks I'm a hero.
Are you trying to get out of your own wedding?
No.
Then why are you trying to make...
Just say that very loudly.
This is not in character conversation.
Are you just trying to get out of your own wedding?
So you approach the ship's captain, who I have decided to name Donnie Jep. And he looks to be like a rather unclean looking gentleman who's like just drinking while at the helm of the ship. And how drunk is he?
Yeah.
He's not like super into his cups, but you see like you see 2 empty glasses of wine next to him. He's like,
Alright.
"Oh, there. How can I help you?
Can you officiate a wedding?
Can I officiate a wedding?"
Yes.
Oh well, I suppose it is Maritime tradition, as it were. Oh, yes, from whenceforth come the honor. I thought we had a man for that.
Yep, he died.
Oh, it's terrible. Should we cancel the wedding,
Come on.
then? Funeral rites?
Come with me. Nope, you're gonna officiate.
I'm going to officiate. Well,
Like,
lads,
I've been stabbed twice today. Just do it.
you've been stabbed twice.
Yes, just do it.
All right, lads, one of you get the helm. We're sailing a little bit differently today. Oh, how joy! This is great. And but this is fucking awesome. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like an interesting wedding. I know exactly how this is going. And we're getting to fantasy. Johnny Depp is officiating your wedding.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Holy shit!
You have to stab me a third time.
So before.
So this is how it ends, huh? Not with a bang, but with a whimper.
So Geralt, real quick, buddy, what are you doing? Are you still talking to Lady Jezrin, or are you kind of?
I'm gonna have drifted off away, very politely in the conversation and go on about my business.
Okay, is there anyone you would like to speak to afterwards? It looks like Lord Castellanter is now unoccupied. Actually, he's talking to a woman who's dressed in similar yellow. And they look very.
You know what? Is Book still there? Is Book close by?
I assume that Book just walked away from the ship captain, like down back to the deck. Am I correct in assuming?
Okay, I want to go corner Book real quick.
Okay. Book, do you allow yourself to be cornered?
I just want to call him up to the side, be like, "Hey, we need to talk."
I know that we tried to take care of my stab wounds, but how up to running away from people?
She casted. Let me go ahead and roll the die for that real quick. So she hit you for 11 points of damage. Song is a very high level bard.
That's a third of my damage.
And she healing worded you for 10. So you took 1 point of damage overall. So you're walking, but you're sore.
Okay. No, I don't care. Just fine.
Okay.
I just want to look at him and be like, "Hey, man, can we talk for a second? Because I'm a little ticked off, okay? Because I just found out that Rush is your best man,
Nope.
and
You
barely. Well, you barely talked to me about the wedding. I just feel like maybe, just maybe.
My best man? How about the ring bearer? You want to be the ring bearer?
Did you not get the? Do you not already have somebody for that position?
Yeah, we do, but if you kill them, you can have it.
Oh my god!
Fuck!
Apparently, how things work here. Kill
Is this
people
how?
and
Is
get
this?
what you want.
It's like I don't want to argue with you. I assume something's going on right now that I don't know about. But won't Quill be a little mad?
I mean, I didn't do it.
Okay, who am I killing?
I don't know.
Oh
Find
boy,
it out.
here I go killing.
That's the first test of being the ring bearer.
That's
You-
Okay.
It's a little 6-year-old goblin.
Oh, I was about to fucking say, you see, two people board the boat with two small children in tow. They appear to be tieflings. Actually, they're actually green. It's a family of green tieflings, and one of them is a little boy, dressed in a little tuxedo, but with the shorts instead of the pants because it's cute. And he has a little pillow that he is guarding with his life.
I'm just gonna look at him and look at Book and look at him and be like, "Come on, man." I'm not gonna do
Another
that.
position you would like?
I just don't understand why I was kept from being in the wedding completely.
Yes, man. If you get rid of Rush.
Just I don't have to kill him. He just has to go away
Just
for a
get
while.
rid of him.
Okay.
Keep
Okay.
him
I think
out
I
of
can
the
do that.
wedding.
I think I can do that.
All right. I'm gonna ask Song to stay with me.
Get a coherent,
We have a
friendly,
pretty-
teamwork-driven party.
Yeah.
Tyler says. Work
Yeah.
together, Tyler says.
So,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tyler, I have one more question before we move on.
What?
How far away is the Trollhead Tavern?
It's like an hour walk.
Oh, okay. Well, that's never gonna work. Jeez.
So- You actually see that Song is on the boat, by the way, and she's like talking to people. But you notice that
Yeah,
she
I want Song with me.
so she's staying with you, but she's staying at all points in time. She's positioning herself to where you were in between her and the bard that has been hired for the occasion.
Okay. Geralt's thinking very hard about this situation right now. Jeez. So, man, have we decided, is there like a Temple of Jermong in the city?
It is not a super established faith to the point where it has temples.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah,
that's
it
kinda
has
what I
like
thought.
it has some decentralized cults and stuff that meet up in like little warehouses, and a lot of the stuff that was owned by the Temple of Cyric were co-opted. But the thing about the Temple of Cyric is that it was fairly underground because while worship of no god is illegal, worshiping Cyric outwardly is like considered kind of like what the fuck, man.
So, okay, let me give you a little background about Rush and his affiliation with the Temple of Jermong. So, Rush was originally, if you know anything about Jermong, you'll know that Rush has been bamboozled. So, Rush actually used to be a follower of another guy. I can't remember which god I did, but it was like lawful good. Like he was originally a good dude.
Lathander, Torm.
Yes, something on that line. Like he was in that alignment. He's a good dude. So Jermong, but he followed the.
Rush was an orphan, right?
Yeah,
Let's establish your former god as Ilmater, the crying god of mercy, because I think that's really funny.
Okay, so he was around, he was a small kid during the last arc of Candlestick, so he saw all that happened in Baldur's Gate, and he was all about it. When he had heard that Jermong had ascended, he was kind of like a fanboy. He wasn't but he was still in the other temple.
Sure.
So about a year-ish before the events of this campaign took place, Jermong actually presented himself. He manifested to Rush and just completely lied about everything, making himself out to be like a super good lawful dude. So Rush is under full belief that Jermong is like a lawful good god.
Okay. So we're gonna go with the emergency plan, I think.
Okay.
And not Lufier. Geralt's just gonna go find fuck. People's names are hard. We have too many characters now. Yeah, we're just gonna go find Rush real quick.
Alright. Yeah, Rush.
Was he able to find me before I talked to Quill or after?
I mean, you did already talk to Quill, didn't you? Let's
Well, no, I'm talking to her again.
Okay, let's roll.
This one's gonna be short. Basically, I'm just telling her what the dude said that I could officiate because he has to go deal with the poisoning.
Both of you guys roll me initiative.
Okay.
21.
19.
Okay.
Fuck.
Rush, you managed to get below decks before Geralf is able to flag you down.
Okay, so I approach Quill.
Oh, hello again. Okay.
Yeah.
And
hey,
she's currently being fastened into a harness, not a harness, what do you call those things? Like a bustier? Those really tight, a corset.
The corset, yeah. Hey,
can I help you?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I have to be the one to break the news to you. But there was a poisoning in the well, and Melanor had to attend to it.
That's very unfortunate. Would you stop putting it so tight? Anyway, that's very unfortunate. Oh my goodness.
And so he, didn't want to like ruin your big day. So he, knowing that, recognizing me, a man of faith, he asked if I could fill in for him to make sure that everything goes as planned. So I was just wondering if there's any line of events, any special readings, anything that you need from me to make sure that we keep it as seamless as possible.
I had always dreamed to be married under Shantaea's watchful gaze, but you don't seem to be a Shantaean priest. What god do you serve?
No, I am from Sunni.
Close enough, I guess. Well, money and all that. Small price to pay, I guess. Yes, that is fine. Just, do be mindful of it, please.
Oh, yeah. And Book's trying to get the ship captain to marry you, so just don't let that.
That son of a bitch! The ship captain is a drunkard. I swear he essentially stumbled onto the ship. I swore Lord Castellanter had better taste in employees than that, but perhaps I was mistaken. Yes, do try talking the buffoon out of it, please.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to let you know, but no, I got this.
This is like some 4-dimensional chess. Like, holy shit.
So I'm gonna go. That's all I needed. So I'm gonna go back up, and I'll let Geralt catch up.
As you exit, like Geralt is just bustling into your face.
I'm gonna run up like I just was sprinting around looking for him, like huffing and puffing, and be like, rush, it's an emergency.
I was looking for you too. Hey, I got an offer for you.
What?
So, I'm officiating now, and
yeah,
and I wink at him, and was wondering if you wanted to give one of the readings during the ceremony.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you wanted to, because there's usually certain readings that have taken place that nobody has given me, so they're up for interpretation. So if you want to give a reading, wink wink, during the ceremony, I'll need people to fill that position.
Uh-oh. And Geralt has now seen the line. He now realizes that no matter what, he can start playing his friends against each other. To his advantage.
And
it
only took 8 episodes to figure this one out.
So he's gonna sit back some and be like, Book sent me here to stop you.
Of course he did. Why do you think I made sure that I had a better offer?
I'm liking this. What's your plan? Let's talk plan very quickly.
So, my plan is to let this all go according, it will be a legal marriage. I am ordained, so there's nothing sketchy going on there. I'm just saying if we can get real freaky with
it. Geralt's interest is definitely piqued.
If you have any text from some of your favorite smutty scrolls, I wouldn't be opposed to letting it happen.
I see. Yes, I think I can make something happen.
So I'm sorry. I was doing some behind the scenes stuff. What are you guys planning?
I have now decided to join Rush.
As a newly ordained acolyte of Jeremonk.
No, he's just
because what Rush hasn't realized is that Geralt is actually an amateur poet, and not.
Oh no.
Yes.
Not a good one, and not necessarily something people would consider short-winded either.
Yeah. It wouldn't be this party if we didn't force Josh to give us a shitty rendition of some on-the-spot performance.
Yeah. And it's funny that you should say that because I do have plans.
Oh, fucking hell, dude. I'm gonna make myself do it twice.
Yeah, you might have to do it twice.
Oh no.
So no, it's fine. We can save that for the finale, I guess. So, while this is happening, Book, is there anything you'd like to tend to? Because like this entire campaign's basically taking place in like sequestered scenes at this point. I just want to make sure no one's neglected.
I don't know that Geralf's... I probably assume at this point, because Geralf's been useless in this entire campaign, so he's probably being useless right now.
Whoa.
Excuse you, dude.
Damn.
Just burned the boss to the ground
Book's
and
thoughts.
lost.
That's Book's thoughts. Book's thoughts, not mine. So I would probably assume that he's failed miserably at everything that he's done.
As far as Geralf knows, he's the one who killed the bad guy in the last.
It's also true, yeah.
Anyways, so
Missed
I'm probably
himself.
gonna send my imp out to just cause chaos.
So are you going
enough
to
get Quill
public?
to
Are
want
you
to cancel the wedding?
are you going to publicly summon your imp? Or are you gonna like go to like a?
I'm gonna be in my changing room.
Okay.
And my imp has invisibility.
Okay. So you let me just get the
His
stats up for an imp.
invisibility.
Oh my god. Does your imp have a name?
Imp number 1, because I don't feel like he's worthy enough to have an actual name.
That's actually
Just-
incredibly appropriate given that it's a devil. But we're gonna go with he's probably like pretty. We're gonna go with imp number 1898.
Hey, he said the thing.
Don't you mean 1989?
No.
Ease up.
Come on, buddy.
Hey, I'm trying to use this place for what I can't recite the copy.
Oh, it does have invisibility. Okay. So it's like,
Dear Mark.
hey, boss. Hey, what do you need me for, boss?
Just go cause mayhem on this boat.
Shit, you
But don't be
serious?
seen.
Like, really?
Yes.
Like,
Have fun. Don't
Look.
be seen.
oh, like,
Oh, one more thing. If you're caught, kill yourself.
boss.
Oh, Jesus.
Boss, you know all about how I return to the nine hells whenever I die, so that's really funny, boss. All right, yeah, I got you. All right, and then he
Kill yourself.
he turns into a spider, and then he skitters away. This is, oh my god. So
Yeah.
I don't
that's what
want
I'm
Rush to
saying.
marry me.
Oh, by
that's-
the way,
That's where we're at.
we can tell. Rush tells Geralf. Oh, and you can tell Book that you were successful because I'm walking in last. So you can be his best man and give the speech because he won't know any better.
Oh, yeah, we're 100% on board, boys.
So it's around this time whenever Lord Castellanter actually gives the order to shove off from dock and depart into the ocean. Not the ocean, just like the general sea. So the boat begins moving and the docks get farther and farther away. And it's around the time whenever you guys are getting in position that Lady Jezrine Hornraven starts screaming because a quite large spider has appeared on her boaties. And it's starting to skitter around and bite her, and she's like screaming around. I don't know where you guys are all positioned. I imagine Geralf is present, but I don't know about Book and Rush.
Rush is kind of floating around, so he'd probably be at least in the vicinity.
So he's above deck.
Yeah.
Okay. And Book, are you below deck in your changing room? I guess.
Yeah, is Song nearby?
Song has gone with you, yes, because she really doesn't want to talk to the bard up top.
Okay. I'm gonna let her know that she may have to stab me a third time. I'm not sure if it's gonna come down to that, but
Oh,
just
well,
be
shit,
ready.
give me a second. I get my other knife. The other one's kind of like, bloody. Like, listen, like, what's wrong with getting married? Like,
Well, now Rush is marrying me, and
What about the
he
ship captain?
worships Jermong.
he what? And she turns around.
Uh-oh.
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 She succeeds in her Constitution save and stops herself from throwing up.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. Yeah, he worships Jermong.
And you didn't communicate this to me the entire time I was here.
No, because he wasn't marrying me the entire time we were here.
If I would have known that there was, of course, there's a fucking cult starting, and I was just starting to. I'm gonna kill him.
Are you okay?
I think I'm going to kill him.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You need to talk about it.
No, I don't need to talk about it. I just have to go and take care of business. Your ship captain will be marrying you today. Give
Alright.
me a moment. And, this is going better than I ever could have possibly imagined. So Song marches off, and appears above deck. Hey, Lufir, how you doing, buddy?
What up?
So, like, it's cool that, like, your friend Quill got you to, like, officiate on this one. Not officiate, but, to, perform, like, music and everything. And, like, you know, because you're getting ready to, like, play and everything, you see someone, approach from above deck, and you, I like to think that, Sir Reginald takes this as a cue to start playing.
Da 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 da. Da da da.
And so what's happening is that like you're playing this on whatever instrument that you deem fit, while
Today, you know what? I will let you know what instrument it is in just a second.
while Caldoggo is howling along with it in tune. Caldoggo is actually remarkably in tune. She seems to have a knack for this.
Well, she is a demon, so.
She's a hellhound.
She's
Not anymore.
Yeah, she's not anymore. She's just an immortal.
I purified their souls.
Yeah.
forgot.
She's just an immortal wolf now.
So the only one not here is Garen, who is
Well, no, Germong's not really here.
he's
Germong's
here in
all
spirit.
around us at all times.
Yeah, Germong's everywhere. He's all encompassing.
We're playing it on a harmonica, boys.
Oh my.
The unsweet gods have spoken. It's very like
Very
bluesy,
southerny, where it's like,
yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Here
Or
comes
like-
Bride on harmonica. Oh fuck yeah! And it looks like a low quality video.
Yes.
The dude's talking first.
I was practicing the wedding march.
This is how you play that.
And thought it sounded awesome.
So
I wanted to show you guys this video and see what you think. No one's really ever done this.
Anyways,
this is what Luffy looks like now.
Check this out.
So
Fuck.
yeah, so Song is like fucking flabbergasted at this procession of events, but she ignores Luffy and she looks at Rush and she starts to approach you angrily. It is around this time whenever the ship captain approaches you as well, Rush. And Donnie Jep like stumbles and is like, "Yeah, so what are you doing in the wedding exactly?"
Oh, I'm didn't Giralf tell you? Giralf said like that Book had his reservation, so I'm just sitting in the back.
Oh, very good. And he has like such bad whiskey breath. I will enjoy the show. I'll be officiating, so you'll see some of my finest work. My winest work. Where's the wine? And he marches off to go find it. And Song approaches you.
Oh, hi, Song.
I believe there's something we need to talk about.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be so fun when I'm giving the ceremony, right?
When you're giving the ceremony in service to who?
To Suni.
To Suni. That's so funny that you should dedicate. So go ahead and tell me exactly Suni's dogma, why don't you? Go ahead and tell me what her domains are, her portfolio, if you would.
Something hair, something beauty,
Oh,
something.
that's so funny. You see, before I was displaced from my residence by the invasion that Baldur's Gate insinuated, before I was swept up into the Inquisition. Do you know what goddess I served? Let's give me your best guess.
I'm gonna say like, I don't know, like Lysander?
No. No, no, no. I was a Sunite, you see, and
Oh, so you know how lax we are. Like we're the chill temple.
yes. It's just that I find it so funny that we have not once spoken about our shared faith this entire time. You know, she's the goddess of
I'm a
many.
don't ask. I'm a don't ask, don't tell cleric.
That is so funny, and you know, as a motion of our shared faith, why don't we share a proper greeting? Why don't you give me a just
I give her the grip.
why don't you just and she opens up her she opens up her arms in like an offering of a hug.
I tickle her.
You feel a blade press into your gut as she pulls you into the hug anyway.
Okay, so I'm lying.
And so she whispers into your ear. So Jermung, is it? Is
No,
right?
no, it's not Jermong.
No, but it's Jermung, unless Geralt is lying to me.
What was the... What was this?
Excuse me, that was Book, not Geralt.
Oh, that was unless Book is lying to me.
All right, out of character. What was the first god you said? You know, the one that I was raised up in?
Ilmater, the crying god of mercy.
All right. So my god is Ilmater.
Is that right? You know, I'm starting to see so many things that make sense now with the whole Jermong thing. Book isn't exactly the most reliable source, but you know, it's oh, just come here, and she hugs you a little bit tighter, and you feel the blade like puncture you like a little bit. Like,
and then I give like a full speech of Ilmater, like I do like the full like I was like raised through it. I give like the full spiel.
Okay. And let me give you the whole thing about Ilmater. He's like actually like a really fucked up kind of like lawful good god, but he's very popular among like those who suffer. It is the belief of his people that there is a limited amount of suffering in the world, and thus his people, his priests and priestesses seek to suffer in the stead of others. He's often like portrayed as like a thoroughly tortured man. But anyway, make a persuasion check for me.
Let me pull up that stat.
And you can do this at advantage because you were one of Ilmater whenever you were very tiny.
Persuasion, okay. $21.
All right. So you feel the blade soften up on your side, and you see her suddenly put it away. Rush, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it's fine. I know how much Quill wanted to be married under her deity, so I figured that to ease her, it would be better to do a god that was closer to her beliefs. I mean, I'm not going to try to impersonate her deity, but I wanted her to feel more comfortable with the ceremony.
Yes, of course. I just listen. When Book said Jermong, so many things started to click in my head, and well, it wasn't pleasant. That's all.
Somewhere on a higher plane, Jermong is cackling right now.
What is Jermong doing on? So like, I actually wanted to ask you this, and I kept on forgetting. So did Jermong just like take Cyric's domain in the Shattered Throne and like kept it, or did he like create his own dimension in which to reside?
So he's essentially kept it as like foundationally, like structure wise,
right? Which to say not very much. Pandemonium is a very chaotic plane, but it's it's like a lot of shattered floating islands and castles.
Yeah. And then, because of how greedy he is, he just kind of throws a bunch of treasure, like imagine like Aladdin Cave of Wonders, just kind of everywhere, just to kind of be like, this was like Pandemonium was a trophy.
Got it. I like it. And would you perhaps say that like his? I like to think that his throne that he sits on in the center of Pandemonium is like adorned with like roses and thorns and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Like as far as they could see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Jermong is having a good fucking time on the throne of roses over there. Carry on, I guess. Forget that I pulled a blade on you. I just, whenever I hear the name Germong, I get a little tilted. That's all.
If I had a gold piece for every time I had a blade pulled on me, I'd have 3 gold pieces. It's okay.
And she turns around looking like very... And then she, Luffy, would you like to say anything to Song?
He's gonna stop playing the harmonica for a second and wave wildly and be like, "Hi, Song!
And she puts
hello, person I don't know!"
she puts a hand over her eyes and, like, just kind of makes her way back downstairs.
I imagine that Kyle just kind of, like, glares at Luffy, like,
yeah, I was about
come
to say,
on, how did you fuck this up so bad? And then it's gonna, like, stalk off towards where Song went to.
So Caldago's gonna go and, like, chill with Song?
Yeah.
Hey, Book, you have a very large wolf in your quarters now, covered in what? How is Caldago dressed? Is she, like, dressed to her best, or is she she covered?
Yeah,
in
she's
her...
very.
Go ahead.
She's very well groomed today. It was one of the few days that she deemed it appropriate for Luffy to brush her coat, and to give her the baths. So she even smells kind of nice.
I really love how their relationship is belligerent. It's so good. So yeah, that's happening. Does anyone else have anything they want to do with their characters before anything?
Okay, so the way that
like, I feel like we could continue doing this for the entire
yeah,
day.
we could go for forever. I'm just kind of saying the way that I'm going into the ceremony. I'm gonna basically give the illusion that Book has won, and I'm gonna sit, like, in the back pew, like, so he can kind of see, like, I've given up. But then, like, as Quill's entering, I'm gonna sneak around back and go through a back door.
Okay. So, Book, you are escorted along with your wedding party, which now includes Geralf as your best man. And you take your place at the altar. And then you hear that lovely harmonica start as the
So is the captain up there?
The captain is there, like, he's officiating, yes.
Okay.
And you see Quill march out, and she's accompanied with like, some handmaidens that are very obviously druids like herself. And she glares at you as she goes up the aisle, but then, like, fakes a smile as soon as she gets to the thing, and she stands across from you. And
So what has my imp done this whole time?
I completely forgot. Oh my god. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. So, like, Lady Hornraven did in fact take several spider bites to the point where she had to be, like, taken below deck. And I will say that, like, most of the guard ship has been delegated to, like, poking around the ship for the spider. I already said these things happen, so I can't, like, back out and, like, make it chaos again. But how about?
But you can make it chaos from here on out.
We can work on it. Well, yeah. Would you like something to happen?
Well, if the boat ain't sunk by the time I'm getting married, then my imp sucks.
Okay, cool. Then that is duly noted.
Damn it.
Like, if this boat isn't deemed Titanic.
Okay. Wow. So
Here, completely out of game. Here's what I want to happen. I want to get married. I want to share a door, but I want to be Rose.
God damn it.
So
the door was big enough for both of them. Titanic's a lie.
Yeah, you're right.
Still.
So anyway, holy shit. Wow. The ship captain starts speaking. I'm gonna let Germong. I'm gonna let Rush act before the imp does, just for everything. I also forgot one special thing. Everyone who has laid eyes on Victorio Castellanter, which includes everyone, by the way, can make me a religion check.
I can do that. I'm kind of good at those.
You also have advantage
Oh,
on
I'm
wisdom
not.
saves.
It's a 19.
Mine was
17.
a 7.
17.
17. Okay, Book. You're the one who notices that Victoro Castellanter is openly wearing a badge of Asmodeus.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Asmodeus.
This is not illegal.
Yeah.
Like, far from it. Like, open worship is, like, totally cool, even if it's a fucked up god like Asmodeus. But it's still a badge of Asmodeus. And who
is this person again?
So, Lord Castellanter and his wife, Lady Amalia Castellanter, Lord Victoro Castellanter and Lady Amalia Castellanter, are two influential nobles who are very good friends of Quill, and they are the ones that own the boat that you were getting married on.
Alright.
Cool.
Well,
just
sorry
wanted to
about
be
the
sure.
boat.
Yeah, just wanted to be sure you knew that. So anyway,
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I'm evil.
yeah, that's cool.
So.
I just figured. So
That's extremely bad.
yeah, Asmodeus, for those not in the know, we have a listener now, which is
I
fucking
mean,
awesome.
isn't there a potential that he might be my patron?
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Why not?
Well,
He's
because
not a dog.
well, because remember what happened. Your original patron was technically Manchun, but whenever the thing was broken, it was mostly just like
I need a new patron.
well, your patron is kind of like the power that was instilled. It's kind of weird, actually. Fuck, what would your patron be in that case? I feel like
Asmodeus is definitely able to be a patron.
I feel like
He's
it's
not a god.
right, but he is actually. He is now.
No, he's not. He's a lesser.
No, a lesser deity is still a god, dude.
He goes back and forth too.
Yeah.
Currently, he is.
He's the king of all devils. His ascension to being a deity was a major plot point in Forgotten Realms for a while.
When?
It was a huge turning point in the Blood War. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that patron-wise, even if he weren't a deity, he's still like a major ranking devil. Him being your patron is a little far-fetched. It would be more like a devil that serves Asmodeus.
Okay, well that's fine.
But we already like established you as like a certain kind of warlock, and I like to, and like tell me if you don't like this idea, but I like the idea that you were still connected to Manchun even though the Gaius has been broken. And thus you still like derive your power from the mark that Manchun placed upon you. Basically, just like forever linking you guys, like through destiny and through like literal magical bond.
Oh, that sounds like my life's gonna suck.
Hey, you know, it's probably fine.
No.
So,
Just like I'll probably do a good job officiating.
so the ship captain, Donnie Jep, starts and he's like, as the blushing bride now, let's get right to it. So yes, it was it was Suni, wasn't it? Yes, it was her. That and he's obviously reading off a paper, like very poorly. He's holding up a monocle to it. And first gave birth to all creation and pledged to watch over us as her children.
And I'll step up and be like, hey, it's okay, go sit down.
Go sit down. Oh yes, you know. And he goes and sits down.
Alright, and then I kind of take over. I look over at Quill and give her the you look lovely, like, you know, trying to if you.
She says through gritted teeth, "Thank you."
All right, and I'll say, it was Suni that gave birth to all life and pledged to watch over us as her children. It is from her love of us that we first learned to love one another. It is from this love that we learn that a life lived alone is no life at all. We gather here today under Suni's loving gaze to bear witness to the union of two souls in eternal companionship. May their journey forth together in this life and the next, in prosperity and poverty, and in joy and in hardship. We now have a reading from the best man.
Ah, yes.
We will get to the imp, I promise. I had to let this happen.
At this point, if he blows up the entire ship and kills us all, I'm okay.
Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, and
one
like, right
second.
as I say, like, we have a reading from the best man, I like give like subtle finger guns to Book.
I like to step up and introduce myself and go, hi, yes, I'm Giraffe, and Giraffe looks very noticeably nervous, like sweating bullets, like can't catch his breath, and talking in a really low voice, like, hi, yes, I'm Giraffe.
I think this is our new best session. Anyway, continue, please. I
have a few words that I'd like to give for the bride and the groom. It is it's less of a speech and more of a performance, as some would say, in their honor. So here goes. And I'd like to turn around and pull out like a black beret and some sunglasses.
And Luthier gets on his bongos that he brought and
yeah, he's got his bongos and his harmonica.
He's somehow playing the two. He's holding the harmonica in his mouth while he's doing the bongos.
Yeah, he's got one of those like harnesses, like the neck harnesses. He's Giraffe will start. He'll go, I was a boy, and then I became a man. And then he's going to launch into a very long-winded, very bad ballad slam in the style of slam poetry. So he's telling this very long-winded story about a boy coming into his adulthood, but 2 lines at a time with like bongos in the middle.
This is what it sounds like, by the way.
Plenty of time to sink a ship.
Oh, it's gonna go on for a good 25 minutes.
Can you give me some lines?
Let's see here. No, probably not off the top of my head.
That's unfortunate.
Because I hate you all.
That's fair.
I might be the only saxophonist in the world who's bad at improv.
It is.
No, you're just the only one that acknowledges that they are.
It is around this time, whenever okay. Let me look at. I have to let this go for a little bit longer. Just the bongo harmonica jam.
I mean, I don't even care if you get all the way to the vows. It's just, this is miserable.
That's why it's so funny. And at this point, oh god, man, I was really hoping that like the thing could like okay, here's what's gonna happen. You see a spider crawl up on Book's on Quill's shoulder. Like, she's not noticing because she's just so thoroughly taken aback by the
Please tell me she's not impressed.
Oh no, she's like mortified.
Okay, good.
Good. That's actually the feeling that Giraffe was going for. So, haha, joke's on you. It works. Like,
so, like, you see, like, the wedding party, like, kind of, like, whisper, like, you know, what the fuck? But, like, because she's a druid, it's not uncommon for, like, animals to be on them. Do you do anything about your imp crawling on her, bearing its spider fangs?
No.
No? Okay. So, biting down.
I did say if he's caught, kill himself. So.
Alright, so he hits. She takes... Quill is a level 2 druid, so... And she is unconscious and poisoned.
Healing word.
So Quill falls over, down.
Catch her.
You catch her. Okay, lovely. As the spider scurries away, and, like, you see total chaos erupt in the wedding party as, like, the spider scuttles off. And, yeah, so, Rush, you said healing word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll the healing die for me.
honestly, she may just want to die here. Like,
I'm still playing the bongo and the harmonica stuff, by the way.
That's masculine word. I don't want to cast that one.
Everybody just feels a little bit better.
Everyone has
Beautiful.
actually, I will say that everyone in the wedding party has taken 1 psychic damage from everything. That includes
So
you
that
guys
is-
if you want it to happen.
That is 7.
Okay, so she's back up and she's like, I think I might kill you. I think I might
Me?
really kill you. Yes, you. Yes, you, everyone. You and your idiot friends. I just wanted to have my own little monkey to carry out my will and eventually give me an heir with which to pass on my possessions when I die, but you cannot even do that.
One correction real quick.
What?
They're not my friends. They're my bosses that like to interpose in every single part of my life.
Excuse you, I thought we were close.
She punches you. I'm not even gonna roll that. DM says she punches you.
Alright.
He's not necessarily wrong.
And it's
Wow, I'm hurt.
about this time that you hear a voice cry out, "That is enough!" like very angrily, and you turn around and you see the voice belongs to Lord Victorio Castellanter, and he's standing with his hands outstretched, and it looks like he's gathering magic in his hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Oh.
All Book
Well-
wanted to do was get married, and then these two ruined everything.
All right.
I didn't
Hey,
ruin
it was-
anything.
Perfect. It was perfect. I had the stone in the middle of the ocean, and it was to be mine. Do you have
Oh, that guy's crazy.
any idea how difficult it was to track you
I'm gonna
down?
raise my hand.
What?
Sir, we're trying to get married.
He
haven't
casts
reached
fireball
that
on you.
yet.
Yeah. Sir, can you take a seat? Sir,
Yeah,
sir,
Anyway,
please
Who is
take
this
a seat.
asshole? Like,
Please.
I know, like, you think you
Sir.
own, just because you own the boat, you could just interject.
Sir, can take a seat, please, sir.
Yeah, please sit down. People behind you can't see.
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're being rude.
the fireball
I cast
cascades.
silence on him.
You cast silence on him after he casts the fireball.
Oh, boo.
But you guys don't have to make a dexterity save because a flash of blue comes out and puts up a barrier, a strong barrier that basically saves you from the worst of the raging fireball that just goes off of. Luthier, you in your harmonica-induced trance was not prepared for a fireball, and although the damage is nothing you can't deal with, you are thrown off into the boat, thrown off of the boat into the water as it leaves. And
not again!
you were left with a doggy paddling cow doggo. So yeah, and guys, whenever the blast finally subsides and the boat appears to be engulfed in flames, you see that Song got up and projected a strong barrier with the spell Wall of Force. And she's panting, and you see a shimmering in the air just dissipate as her Wall of Force goes away, and she kind of falls to her ground. She's like, Rush?
Yes.
You hold on to that turban, and you don't let anything happen to it, or I will kill you myself.
No. It's a nice little turban. I don't know why.
The
everybody says
stone,
it,
you
but-
moron!
No, there's no stone. Just a turban.
I'm just gonna
And
turn to Quill and be like, "So, are we getting married today?"
I'm going. Lord,
I mean, I had vows and everything written up for you.
Lord Castellanter, please. This is so unusual. What is wrong? We can surely talk this out. Have I done aught to offend you? You silence your mouth, cat.
Whoa, now.
Amalia and I have worked far too hard.
I Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, excellent. Make an attack roll for me. We're gonna get to initiative.
That was extremely racist, so.
Yeah.
For my turn in initiative, I read 6 more seconds of the ceremony.
You don't have
Friends, we are gathered here today.
8 and 18.
Knowledge.
18 to hit. Yeah, you hit. You hit Lord Castellanter. For roll your damage.
What I'm pulling up, and I'm using the thing. I don't remember what it's called. Okay, so it's 1d10 plus the. I've got like 12 tabs open right now.
You're good. So do I.
Plus the charisma mod. Okay. 8 plus 3. 11 damage.
11 damage on Lord Castellanter. Okay.
And I say nobody talks to my soon-to-be wife that way.
And actually, like, Quill does be like,
She's
"Aw."
like,
she's
we're like, screw you, dude.
no, she's kind of like, aw. So let's see. I've got to get his initiative out of the way.
So, real quick, the things that are going through my brain right now are I really want to save Quill, but the only way that I can think to do that is to throw her overboard.
I mean,
I will
Her
follow you.
lifeboats.
I will follow you onto that door and make sure this ceremony happens.
so
That
okay.
Titanic door is fitting 3 people.
Mm-hmm. So, wow, I wish I had a way to, like, get all these stats all together, but, like, it requires constant back and forth. So, let me see here. Everyone needs to roll me initiative, by the way.
17.
17 as well.
Crit 24.
Okay, which one of you two has a higher dex?
He does.
Okay,
Mine's a 14.
so let's see.
Yeah, because I only have a +1 to dex, so.
Let's get some pirate battle music. No, that's not cool enough. I need something like...
You gotta find harmonica versions of Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
I
I
need
think
some snake jazz.
No, I think I'm gonna do
Anybody else watch Rick
something
and Morty here?
a little demented.
I haven't watched the new season.
I haven't seen
Man,
this season.
snake jazz, man. You need to find this.
Storm.
Well, the problem was I was going to watch it, but then I don't have cable.
Exactly.
You got Hulu?
I do, but it's not on Hulu yet.
Yes, it
Not
is.
the new
Entire
stuff?
season- the entire 4th season is on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I
Huh.
guess I'll
Alright.
have to go watch it later.
Yep.
There you go.
They must have just added it then.
Yeah, they added it like a month ago.
Okay. So, as I am writing down, so it's going to be Gerald first, then it's going to be
course.
Amalia, then it's going to be Book,
Who's Amalia?
his wife, Amalia Castellanter, Rush.
I didn't
Whoa.
realize this was a couples
Whoa.
fight.
Whoa. Bullshit. I
What?
didn't agree to fight. I didn't agree to fight more than one person today.
I did mention she was
Well, to
there.
be fair, the only person that
Are
agreed
they
to
both
fight was
magic
Book,
users?
so...
Yes, they are both, like,
Okay, because I
brandishing
didn't agree to
magic.
get stabbed more than 3 times today.
Okay, and also, I did also roll for the 2 spine
Rush.
Go ahead.
Rush stabs book.
I'm also putting out stuff for the 2 spine devils that have erupted from below decks that are now tearing through the wedding guests. And they're gonna go,
I really hope those are ours.
oh
Are the
no.
Are the spine devils? Can they be like the spooky things from the live action Scooby Doo movie?
You know what? You know what? I didn't even think about that.
What a god-awful idea. Okay.
Just demon cats.
That really is kind of what they're like. Yeah, they're like that, except they have wings and they have, like, spikes on their joints.
Because that's kind of what I picture them doing, like when they're coming in, like the party scene, like breaking through and like just kill it, like taking people and
Yeah.
like.
Okay. So, Jesus Christ. Okay. Geralf, your opponents are Victoro and Amalia Castellanter, and 2 spine devils. What do you do?
Okay, so he said
What?
Victoria and whatever her name is. So they're a joined person.
No,
Each
they're separate entities. Victoro and Amalia Castellanter.
Good
Husband
try.
and wife, leaders of
right.
the
That's
Castellanter
right.
noble family.
That's
Well, uh, man, how do I get Droth out of this fight?
I was gonna jump off the boat, so there's that.
You guys are no fun.
Well, I think that's just kind of his MO now, right? Like, no.
No, don't actually jump off the boat. We cannot do this by himself.
How far away am I from the castle lanterns?
You're about 30 feet away.
About 30 feet away?
Yeah, you're on the deck of the ship.
I feel like I just don't ever want to actually go first. You know what? Heck it. We're gonna walk. We're gonna walk slowly forward and F smash. I'll walk up to him. I'll run up to Amalia and poke her with my rapier.
Okay, you can make the attack.
Boop. 17.
It does hit. Roll damage.
Boop. 8.
All right, 8 damage on Amalia. Perfect.
Just wanted.
And then I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get
Right,
yourself.
that's a thing I can do.
Yeah, and they're both.
Yep.
Victoria is wielding a rapier as well. Amalia has brandished a.
Oh wait, no. Can I change that?
What do you want to do?
So because I have fancy footwork, it means that she can't make opportunity attacks against me, which means I don't have to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Could I just back up again out of range?
I mean,
Like without out of physical range, I guess.
you did move your full movement speed to attack.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
about
never
30
mind.
feet away.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. It is Amalia. Amalia, in response to the attack, she is going to cast Burning Hands on you. So let's go ahead and roll me a dex save, please.
Put your hands in the air and spread your fingers like you just don't care.
Pretty much.
A dex save?
Yes.
Well, I'm good at those. 15?
She holds her hands out with thumbs touching and fingers spread, and a thin sheet of flame shoots forth. Dex save. You said 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you did dodge it.
Aha!
She rolled 1 below max damage. Oh my god. So instead of let's see, 6 and 6. So that's so instead of so rounded down, that'd be, you take 8 fire damage as you roll underneath.
So here's a question, because I got this ability today and I don't know how it works. So I have Uncanny Dodge. Does that work on magic attacks?
Yep.
Yeah, it's anti-damage.
Okay.
So you take 4
Well,
fire damage.
I'm gonna Uncanny Dodge it.
Yeah, like, you uncannily dodge this sheet of fire that rockets out. Yeah, no, you fucking, you take only 4 fire damage from her spell. Book.
I heard the defeat in Tyler's voice as you said uncanny dodge. He had flashbacks.
Look, like, I already thought I was being a meme by making a Quill a druid, but, you know.
It's like the gang's all here.
I should also mention that, like, several people in the wedding party and, like, the attendants are dead from the fireball. It seems like Victoro has the same idea as you do.
Okay. So I am going to cast silence.
Okay, on Victoro and Amalia.
20 foot radius.
Yeah,
sphere.
they are close enough to do that. Do they have to save against it?
Duration, no sound, people. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entering entirely inside it.
Okay.
A spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there, and there is no save.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, you place a orb of silence over the two of them. Do you have anything with your bonus action?
And then is there a a boat.
A lifeboat?
Yeah.
There are several lifeboats. There's about 3 per side of the boat.
All right. I'm gonna try to throw Quill into one of them and cut the lines.
I will let you throw her, but not cut the lines in the same turn.
That's all right.
Okay. Quill protests, and she's like, I can defend myself, you fool! But you successfully toss her into one of the lifeboats. It's a shame you did that, because I was about to do the coolest fucking thing. Anyway,
she's not gone yet. She's just on the lifeboat.
Alright. Rush, it's your go.
And cats have climb speed, so...
Okay. I am going to... You said the 2 Castellanchers are in the Silent Sphere?
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's an orb. I don't know exactly, like, if they say the spell has, like, a look, but I like to think it, like, the colors in the orb look, like, slightly dulled.
Okay. I'm going to cast Hold Person at 3rd level.
Okay. Are you doing this on Amalia or Victorio?
At 3rd level, I can do it on both.
Oh, excellent. Okay, what, do they have to save for that?
Yep, Wisdom 15.
Got you. Okay. So Amalia fails, and Victorio succeeds. You see, like, these glowing chains bind themselves around the 2 Castellanchers, but Victorio, like, strains his arms and breaks out of it, while Amalia remains held.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a 3rd level Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah, I probably should have done some bonus action.
It's
And use that to attack Victoro. That is a 14.
that does not hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, the spiritual weapon is out now. Okay.
It's gone?
No. Like, it's out as in, like, it is out in the open is what I meant.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
It is deployed. So, Victoro, my boy, I hate that their fucking stat blocks are on opposite sides of the bestiary because Wizards of the Coast fucking hates me. So, yeah. He steps forward. And
Uncanny dodge.
Who steps forward?
Sorry. Victoro does.
I was only able to hold the one.
Fail?
Only on him.
Yeah,
It succeeded on her, failed on him.
yeah, his wife got help. So,
right.
Victoro steps forward, and then as he reaches the ends of the the sphere of silence, he becomes invisible.
That's good.
Alright, so we can go on with the wedding.
Yeah, we're good.
It is now the Spine Devil's turn.
Yeah, he's gone, she's incapacitated, like, let's just do this.
The Spine Devils swoop forward, one of them attacking Book, but you were able to dodge out of the way. The second Spine Devil swoops forward and hits a crit on my man Rush. I'm so sorry.
He deserves
Uncanny
that.
dodge.
I said Rush.
Yeah, no. Nope, you good. Hit
Uncanny dodge.
Hit me.
It is going to hit you for 5 piercing damage. It was not a outstanding hit. It rolled 2 twos. Sorry, wait, that's 6. It is 6 piercing damage.
I passed my con save for concentration.
Okay. Let me think. It's gonna make a... I forgot they make 2 attacks, so let me just... That is a miss. Motherfucker, I just dropped my d20. It's only the most important die that I have. It's okay, I have a second one. But that one also... Let's see. That one is a fucking crit fail. So the same one critted and then crit failed on you.
I scared it.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Boo.
It is now Quill's turn. And she says, from her spot in the boat, even though she's like still a little fucked up from the spider earlier, she says, I told you I can protect myself. And, Quill is
She wild shapes into a bear.
Quill is a level 2 druid. Guess what druids get at level 2?
Well, it depends whether you circle the moon.
No, but she does get wild shape and she becomes a bear. You see her grow like these elongated claws, and her entire body shifts over into the very earth sign thing. and she leaps forward and pounces on one of the Spine Devils, the one that's attacking Rush. And she hits him for...
Claw, bite.
So real quick, just to
bite.
screw us over more, if she's not Circle of the Moon, she can't attack in the same round.
That is unfortunate. Alright, well, she is a bear now.
Okay.
I just thought that was
just
like...
keeping you honest.
No. I thought that was going to be a cool Avengers scene, you know, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you could just make her Circle the Moon.
She doesn't get to choose her circle yet.
Level 2.
We have a bear.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no, she's fucking Circle the Moon, you asshole. Yeah, she absolutely
I was
hits.
about to say, buddy.
Alright.
This is like this is Song's heckin' nightmare, dude.
It really is.
This is...
Oh, that's right. I
Out
need to
at
deal with
sea
Song.
with a priest of Zermong and Luthier was there and
And now they're bears.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that I totally forgot about here. Alright. So she inflicts 10 damage on the first Spine Devil.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, bears are cool. Song is gonna go. And she is going
I really wish I was playing a druid for this game. I miss it.
It's fine. Song is going to cast Magic Missile. Because as a tiefling, she can do that. Okay, and Amalia is going to take... It's 3 of these. It is 9 damage on Amalia.
Oh, okay.
So 17 total. That brings us back to the top of the turn order with Geralf.
I'd like to uncanny dodge my turn. JK.
Oh, I was like, wow,
Um,
alright if you're not having fun, dog.
No, it's a joke.
Well,
So is
uncanny
Amalia
dodge
still
your-
there?
Wait, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
So she's still standing there?
Yeah, she's there.
Is it?
She's bound by a glowing chain.
yeah.
Okay. Who else is close? What?
Um,
Is there somebody close that I can flank from where I'm at? Is the big question I'm asking.
well, definitely the Spine Devils.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Spine Devil that's trying to heck up Rush. And I'm gonna try to get a sneak attack off on it.
Okay, roll the attack.
Huh! 22.
Damn, alright, yeah, that fucking hits for sure.
Oh, it's 11.
Oh, 11 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking slice that Spine Devil's head off. And,
Oh. Well, that's impressive since it's a rapier, but okay.
yeah, it's kind of fucking cool, actually. And it
Rapiers have blades.
it dissipates into thin air.
I'm gonna look at Rush and be like, hey, would you stop hecking around and let's actually do something?
I'm holding the lady.
Okay, but could you, like, hold better? I don't know.
Cool.
Alright, she is going to make a wisdom saving throw. And she fucking fails. Okay. So Amalia
Get wrecked.
clearly strains against the force of the binding, but she fails. Oh wait, fuck, did I fuck? Okay, cool, I thought I unplugged my mic on accident. Anyway, yeah, she fails to break out of the bonds. Okay, next in the turn order is Book.
I'm reading, making sure that I don't have to use any sort of action on my invocations.
Okay. It depends on which one it is. Are you talking about Agonizing Blast?
It's just agonizing blast.
No, it's a trait. Like it just
Okay.
happens whenever you.
All right. So we don't know where this other dude is. He, just disappeared.
Correct.
Where's my imp?
Your imp can be with you. The last thing he did was bite Quill.
Yeah, because I mean he bit Will, so I was wondering if he was right there.
Yeah, he's with you.
Okay.
He's at the altar, which is like behind you.
Okay. Anyways, because I'm trying to decide if I want him to attack or if I want me to attack. I mean, which one of us has better options here? Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action hex, so they take an extra d6 damage.
Are
from
you doing this on a Spine Devil or on Amalia?
on Amalia?
Okay.
I'm gonna kill her.
In the silence, can you Okay, so you can Yeah, you can cast a spell into it, but you can't.
Yeah. The only thing that affects spells is if you're in it,
Gotcha.
you can't do your verbals.
Gotcha.
So.
Only that hand sign jutsu.
Okay, so also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Alright, so I'm going to choose Constitution.
Okay. So I have to roll a save for her?
No, so one ability when you cast a spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability until the hex wears off.
Okay.
Okay. And it lasts up to an hour. So, I'm a Hexer. That's my bonus action, then I'm an Eldritch Blaster.
Alright, roll the attack.
Well, that doesn't look too great. 15.
It still hits.
Oh, okay. Ooh. He might be dead. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how strong NPCs are. 10 plus 5 plus my charisma. 18.
18 damage. Alright. Let me see. I gotta add that up real quick. Alright, damn. Okay, yeah, you hit her with your Eldritch Blast, and, like, the two beams, rocket forth and grab her, and even though she's silenced, you can tell that she's screaming in pain from inside. Okay. Next in the turn order is Rush. What you got?
I'm going to cast Mirror Image and bonus action Do the Thing. Spiritual weapon there.
Okay.
On Amalia.
Got you.
That is a 16.
That hits. God.
Where are my d8s? There we are.
Yes, I am very good at this game, thank you.
That is 5 plus 4 is 9 plus another 4, 13.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh,
Who
and
did
then
you just attack?
Amalia.
Oh, we're just gonna murder her.
And then the die roll is a 12.
Does your hold person end?
Nope, because none of those spells that I cast
Or
require concentration.
Yeah, you said 13 damage?
Yep.
Okay, you said a 12. Let me consult the ruby die real quick. God, I need to open so many things. Number one is that your conjured ruby die rockets through her chest, and leaves like a hole that you could see through as she collapses in the zone of silence.
In the zone of silence.
Alright, let me just check Sins of the Father here.
Yeah, very few of my spells require concentration, which is why I had no problem burning that.
Right.
I got you.
Because most of mine are immediate effects or buff.
Check this ruby die. I need to just like print the rolls of the ruby die and just tape it to my wall. 12 is no additional effect. Of fucking course it is. So.
It was cocked. It tilts over.
Yeah, really.
Kidding.
So yeah,
For
Amalia
those sakes.
falls to the ground, mortally wounded, as you can see from where you are.
I blow on the
God.
die.
You feel a scream. You don't hear it, but you feel something reverberate through the entire ship. And on Victoro's turn, he casts Flame Strike.
Real quick before he does that.
Okay.
Silence is gone.
That's fine, don't worry.
I was just letting you know so that if she's doing something, she can.
All that we have sacrificed, all that has been lost to us, it can be ours again. And I will not let some mock-up adventurers take this from me. Russian book, you guys both have to make a dexterity save for me.
So, question.
What's up?
Is this technically an attack?
It is a vertical column of fire that roars down from the heavens. It
Okay,
literally
but
is.
but it is an attack, so my mirror image will.
It
my
is
mirror image
not
will-
an attack. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Do you accept crit saves?
Do I accept crit
Are
saves?
those a thing? Yeah.
I mean, no. It's a success or a fail.
Okay. Damn. Well, I rolled a 20, so
Okay.
it's a 20.
So you
Oh,
you
plus
do
things.
succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I succeed. I didn't know if it was like crit success. 25.
Okay, give me just a second. So yeah, what basically?
15.
Okay. Tie goes to the defender. So yeah. Give me a second. What looks like basically a orbital cannon, just like launches from the heavens, and tears through a solid chunk of the boat. You guys are able to back away and keep your footing, but you both take 10 fire damage and 10 radiant damage. As a giant pillar of fire just rips through the boat. And the boat starts to like crunch from the lower deck, damage to the lower decks, and you start seeing it like a crack forming outwards from the large hole that's now in the hull. A crack that's starting to extend to the front of the ship and to the back of the ship. And then, let me see something here. Let me make sure that this is it. And then you see, because he casted a spell, Victorio apparates into appearance once more at the helm of the ship with a new Spine Devil at his side. And he looks furious. Okay. The Spine Devil, number 1, is going to make a little tilt attack at... The new one is going to go and attack Geralf. He's going to miss his first attack, and he's going to miss with his second attack. Okay. The second one is going to crit on Rush. I'm sorry.
Bring it, baby.
Homeboy got some fucking...
Okay.
So wait, is this one an attack though?
This is an attack, yes. So, oh yeah, that's right.
So mirror image works, so he attacks one of my
Yeah, he absolutely does, and they only have like 1 hit point, right?
It's 1 hit point with an AC of 10 plus dex, so 11 is the AC with 1 hit.
Okay, so he dissipates 2 of your shadow clones with the
Whoa.
swishes of his little
Bullshit.
spear.
Bullshit. That's not how the spell works.
Are you sure?
Why
Are you
isn't
just being like?
No, I mean, well, is it multiple targets on me?
I mean, no.
Well, he has 2 attacks.
Yeah,
that
he attacks twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spine Devil's not multi-attack.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. Let's see. Quill is going to make another attack on the thing. Let's see. And Quill is going to damage the Spine Devil again. And that's going to inflict, let's see, with her 2 attacks, and one of them hits. Quill does 8 damage in her bear form to the first, we're going to refer to him as Spine Devil A. Okay, and...
Can the other one be Spine Devil 1?
You know what?
And then Spine Devil Triangle.
God. Well, Spine Devil Triangle is dead.
No, the one with the guy.
Well, that's the one that just went and critted on Rush. Or would have.
Okay,
Or no, that's the one that went towards Geralf.
Okay, there's only 3.
One of them is dead. Geralf cut its head off, so there's 2
So
left.
now there's 2.
Yeah, he conjured a new one. Sorry, I should have been
Okay,
more
so
clear.
Triangle's dead then.
Yes, Triangle is dead. A and 1 are still up.
Okay.
Okay, let me just...
Just like the steak sauce.
So Song, off on her side, rushes up to Victoro, and she casts Arcane Sword. So she creates a sword-shaped plane of force that hovers in range, and she grabs it and makes a melee attack against Victoro. And let's see what you got, girl. And she hits. He takes 3d10 force damage. see, where's my D10? Where's my D10? Shit. Okay. 23 force damage. Yeah. Song's a badass. Okay. And she rips through with like this double. I've always pictured her as wearing like a double blade, like one thing with like it's like a staff but with swords instead of like staff heads. She goes and strikes him with that, leaving him bleeding from his very fine but obviously armored like robe. It's probably some glamored armor. Bringing our turn order to Geralf at the top.
Can Giraffe get all the way to what's his face?
Victoria, yes, you can get to Victoria Castle Lantern.
Okay, then I'm gonna run up on the opposite side from Song and go for another sneak attack.
Okay, roll to a hit.
10.
Okay, that does not hit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Geralf just
I
like...
would use my advantage, but the advantage die was not very good either.
That's unfortunate. He's like, whoa! Okay, do you have any bonus actions?
It's fun.
Okay.
You can't make opportunity attacks on me anyway.
He
So.
cannot. Okay. Amalia begins to decompose on her turn. Book.
I am going to have my spider bite Amalia.
Amalia's dead.
Amalia's dead?
Yeah, Amalia's down.
I killed her.
Alright, then I'm gonna hex.
Rush's kill count is getting.
Then I'm going to get my stuff here. I think I got one more left. I'm gonna hex what's his face?
Victoria.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna Eldritch him.
Okay.
And same thing, con on him.
Con on him, roll the attack. The 2 attacks.
24.
24 for the first one. What's the second one?
What?
You have to, if you have 2 Eldritch Blasts, you have to roll them as separate attacks.
I don't have to Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, you do. You're level 5, aren't you?
I'm level 3 Warlock.
Oh, well, no, it's total level with Eldritch Blast, I think.
Is it?
I'm pretty
Yep,
sure.
it is.
Yeah, because if it isn't, then my Bard Warlock just made a mockery of my DM.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's how
Is it total level or is it?
Yeah, it's
Warlock
total, it's
level?
it's
It is
at
total
5th
level.
level. It's not at 5th Warlock
Well, I've
level.
missed like 3 Eldritch Blasts then.
Well, we can just start now.
yeah.
Yeah.
'cause
Okay, so that's
build up-
one. And that's
cantrips
another.
build up to the-
That's another 24.
Okay, roll the damage for both of them.
So I'm gonna roll a D10, a D6, and add the charisma to both of these.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
start to see why Eldritch Blast is fucking crazy.
That's why
Stupid,
I only
yeah.
had to take a 2-level dip.
15 on the first one.
15 damage, alright.
That fell off. And 13 on the second one, so 28.
Alright.
Weird.
Okay. So yeah, your Eldritch Blast fucking just go down on him and like rip holes in his robe. And you start to see a red outline form around him. The red outline is this of like magical, like it looks like magical smoke, but it takes the shape of like his general body shape, except that you see 2 horns of smoke extend from his head. Rush, your turn.
I'm gonna throw my returning javelin first.
Okay, yeah, roll to hit.
That is a nat 20, so a 27 to hit.
God! Yeah, do it.
$13 piercing damage.
Okay. Writing that down, thank you.
And then bonus action spiritual weapon attack.
Do it.
is a 26 to hit.
Yes, it is.
Oh, for minimum damage, so it's 1 plus 4, so 6
Okay.
with an 8 on the die.
Nothing happens. Okay. Let me just double check this here. So first thing Victorio's going to do is he's going to use his bonus action to use the Rod of Lordly Might. So he flips his rapier upside down and holds aloft the gem in its pommel in the air, and it glows a frightening black. It basically turns Vanta black. Anish Kapoor Sumi. All you guys need to make a Wisdom saving throw, which Song fails, and
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
okay,
A 20.
you succeed.
A 16.
You fail.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Does a 24 save?
It does. Book, song, and
Can I use my inspiration?
you can use your negative inspiration.
Yeah, I hate you.
I love you. Hey, and I will recall Mark himself did say books should never have inspiration.
Yeah, I know. Well, he shouldn't. He's a dirtbag.
So you are now terrified for 1 minute, and you can repeat the
Of
same
what's his face?
of Castle Answer. Yes.
I mean, that's fine. I could be terrified of him and still shoot him, right?
No, you can't. Pretty sure you can't. Let me see what the frightened thing does. So you have.
I think you have to move your maximum speed away from them.
You cannot willingly move closer to him, and you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay, so it's frightened,
Yeah, frightened.
not terrified.
Well, terrified. There is no terrified condition. It's the same thing.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then he is going to cast with his.
Okay, so I can still attack him. I just have to decide. Okay.
Let me see here.
For how long did you say? 1 minute?
For 1 minute, yeah. So 6 turns. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Rush. I need you to make a charisma save. Because Victor Castellancer casts Banishment on you.
God damn
it, I wanted to do something cool there. Yeah, alright, cool. Let's see. And then on song, because ow, motherfucker. Yeah, you succeed against being banished. You feel like what feels like you can only describe as having your soul ripped out of your body for a brief second, but you manage to steel your will long enough to resist the pull. Song, however, blinks out of existence.
Oh, poor Song. He did. She didn't survive the snap, yo.
Okay. That brings us to the Spine Devils. Okay. Number 1 is going to fly over and attack Book. A 22.
You even have to.
I know. I'm just saying. You take 7 piercing damage from this attack.
Uncanny dodge.
And then he uses his next attack. It's 17 to hit.
Yes.
You take 5 piercing damage. Second Spine Devil. It's going to be on Rushy Boy. First one is going to be definitely a miss. Is a 18 to hit?
It does, but I have one more
You have
copy
one
left,
Shadow Clone left, that's good.
and it actually fails, so this one will hit me.
Wait, what?
So the way that mirror image works is I have to roll. If I have 3, if it's a 6 or higher, it works. If I have 2, it's an 8 or higher, and if it's 1, I have to roll an 11 or higher.
Oh, right, that's right.
I
Okay.
rolled a 3, so you actually are able to pick the right target.
Oh, so it still, like, makes it towards you.
Right.
Okay. Well, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, you take 6 piercing damage. These guys are wielding forks, by the way. It's hilarious. Okay. Quill is currently scared, but she can attack one of the Spine Devils, the one that is currently on the rush. And her first attack is a critical fail, but her second one deals 5 damage to the Spine Devil. Crushes its head like a little watermelon underneath her bare paws, leaving just one Spine Devil remaining alive. Song we skip because she's on a different plane of existence, and Geralt.
Alright, Gerald's gonna poke the boy again with his rapier.
Poke that boy.
18.
And 18 hits. And he's no longer flanked, because Song is not on this plane of existence.
Okay, 11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage on Victorio. Alright. You draw blood, and it's his robe is no longer looking like the fine and fancy thing that it once was. Okay. Any bonus actions or anything?
Disengage for fun.
Disengage. Got you. Okay. Book.
I'm gonna send my spider to bite him.
Okay. Roll the imp attack.
You don't roll that for me?
Oh, I thought because it was your familiar, you rolled it. I thought that was his proper.
I don't know how.
That's
they work
fine.
in
I'll
this.
just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and remember that he has disadvantage to con saves.
He does. I didn't roll to see if the spider was terrified, but
That's an imp.
yeah,
We'll
because-
just assume that he's not.
yeah, I was gonna say because I didn't do that, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh god.
He has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, anyways.
Yeah. He rolled a 14. That is a miss. As your spider goes up and tries to crawl up his leg and bite Vittorio, swats him away.
Stupid.
Okay, Rush, what you got?
Second level cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
So that would be 18 healing points.
Alright, 18 healed? Alright, nice.
So, just so Rush knows, I'm at 66% health.
How much health do you have?
24.
Damn.
I was down in the teens, so
You haven't been attacking me. You've been
Big.
missing.
Bitch, my dice hit every turn.
Me?
Anyway, is that your turn?
Saying that Tyler
So-
hasn't been hitting me.
Non-natural 20 on the spiritual weapon.
Alright, that is a hit. Roll damage.
That is 7.
7 damage, okay. Let me just math that.
And a 9 on the die.
Nothing happens.
Is Quill wearing the necklace of fireball?
Oh, you did give her that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't think it went with her wedding ensemble.
Well, damn. We're totally just gonna jack it.
I mean, like,
You just speak the code word and like fire just shoots out of her neck.
on Victorio's turn, it is time. So, let me just double check the rod real quick, because the Rod Lordly Might is really fun.
Stop looking at your rod.
Dude, I will never stop looking at my rod. It's important to this combat that I look at my rod, okay? I will thank you to respect it. Alright.
He grasps it firmly
Yeah, he grabs his rod firmly.
between two hands.
Firmly grasp it!
So, what Victoro does, and this is fucking awesome, he goes forward,
Oh.
and he smacks you with the pommel of his rapier and casts Drain Life on you. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Who's doing this?
I'm sorry, Book.
Book?
Yes.
He came all the way to me from the helm?
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. It's less than 30
Talk
feet.
shit. Get back.
Alright. What I need
I
to
mean,
roll?
I'm standing next
You
to
need
him.
to
but
roll me
yeah,
a
go.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 12, boss.
It's a 12. Okay, you take.
Yeah, I'm at disadvantage, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. That's 12.
All right. Then
Oh, Book, I think you're dead, dude.
I don't know why he's attacking me. I haven't hit him with anything.
you've hit him with like 4 Eldritch Blasts, dipshit.
Talk shit.
I guess I
Get
have
back.
hit him. I know he killed his, or hit his wife.
Yeah, he killed his wife. You take 17 necrotic damage.
Well, that hurts.
Bye, Book.
I'm not dead.
And then with his
Okay,
bonus
good.
action, he pressed button number 4, which is my favorite button. You guys know the power pole that Goku has?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is the rapier's pommel extends into a large pole that spikes into the bottom of the boat, and then Victoro shoots 50 feet up in the air, standing atop the pole that was once the thing on his rapier.
Yes, yes, this is what I wanted.
All right. Let's see, he regained that many health. All right, back to the Spine Devils. Actually, let me see. He's gonna take a swing at Giralf and terribly miss, and he's gonna take another. And fucking minions! I swear to God, I can't use you guys for shit. Like, can I just say how like bad luck like minions in this general game have had for me? Like just as a DM, there's just no threat from them whatsoever.
No, I mean, they're spine devils. So.
Yeah, you know, they're still fun. Okay,
They really have terrible hits.
they do.
They do the Scooby Doo, like they burp at me and we Scooby it and just laugh at them.
Giralf.
Right, Maru, please.
Alright, we're gonna walk back over to our friend who is attacking everybody in F Smash. Since he's we'll poke him again with the sword.
Are you talking about Victoro?
Yeah.
He's 50 feet in the air.
Oh well, okay. I'm gonna pull out my bow and shoot him with my bow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's within the range. Yeah, you can do that. I guess I didn't consider that.
What about a 15?
15 Tygo's the defender. He does not. The new firing angle like throws you off, and you shoot an arrow up, but he seems like he just leans out of the way. He's standing on the top of his giant pole, by the way. He looks like a badass.
I should just hit the pole. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I guess we're good.
Book.
So, it doesn't say anything in the books on like movement of your familiar. It just says attack of it. So can I move? Have my familiar move towards him?
Yeah, I think it moves independently.
Okay, well, I mean, just as long as it's trying to get to him.
It would
It's
have.
not going to get to him at this point.
Yeah, he can fly 40 feet if you use his action to return to an imp. Or he can climb 20 feet as a spider. Like, it's up to you.
I'd rather than him just stay as a spider. That way nobody thinks anything about it.
Okay. The
And
spider.
then just go for it.
Okay, the spider
And then-
climbs 20 feet up.
I mean, can he dash?
He can dash, but he won't make it all the way up.
Well, yeah, I know. Just I want him to be there next turn.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll my disadvantage. Shooty shoot.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, sorry.
I'm going to assume That a 15? No, 16 doesn't hit.
A 16 does.
16 does hit. Alright, so that's the first one. And so then a 19 will hit.
Yes.
Alright. That's shit. That's 7 damage. And 10 damage, so 17 total.
Okay.
And yeah, Rush, I'm like dying over here.
Rush, it is your turn.
Is Rush dead?
I pet the cat
Please behind the ear.
for 11 points of healing,
Okay.
You're wonderful.
casting at 2nd level.
I will let you officiate the next wedding.
And then it is...
As long as you officiate it under your real deity.
It is a 16 on the spiritual weapon
That does hit.
with a 15 on the die.
With a what?
19.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that does hit him. Fuck, where's my... Did I close it? Why did I close... Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck. Okay, you need to roll me a 1d8.
Everybody did.
The 3.
Okay, he does not die instantly. Okay. God,
It happens again.
that would have been fucking incredible.
He just like falls over dead.
God, okay, yeah, you can see blood dripping from on top of the pole. Victor spins in a circle and unleashes a wreath of flames from his hands, and he casts, again, Fireball. Everyone make a dex save.
Yeah, I'm gonna die this time.
15.
15.
12.
12, okay.
Oh, it doesn't apply to saving throws. Yay.
Or wait, I still have would this one count as a spell attack? Well, no, it's an area of
Yeah,
effect.
it's a dex save,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's an area of effect.
It's a
and
15.
not a target, so.
It's a 15? Okay. 1 second.
Does that work? Does that do it?
It's tie goes to the defender, so
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Am I dead?
Yep, probably dead as me.
Because we still take half the damage, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dead.
The total damage is 30 if you fail to save.
What's the save again?
It's DC 15.
Oh, good. I'm gonna uncanny dodge as
Alright.
well.
So, if you made your save, you take 15 fire damage. If you failed your save, you take 30 fire damage. Uncanny dodge, you take 7.
Okay.
Rush.
Dude, I have so much health left.
Rush, I'm dying again.
I too am dying, so
Well,
priorities.
Make us
you better hope I can end this fight.
And then, let's see.
Uh-oh.
He,
Well, me and you go before him, so.
the smoke
unless
around
the
Victoro
spelling skills.
coalesces into a pair of wings, and he takes off into the air, putting more distance between you guys. The ship that you're
How
on,
much distance?
30 feet. So he's 80,
He's 80 feet?
He's 80 feet in the air. And the boat does, in fact, start cracking from earlier, because the timer is up. So let's see. All you guys need to make dexterity saving throws for me one more time.
22.
22, success.
Nat
My
20.
life.
Nat 20,
20.
success.
14.
14. Book, you are thrown from your feet and knocked prone by the rocking of the ship. Geralf and Rush, you guys are able to grab onto something, whether it be like a mast or a banister or something, as the ship cracks in half, finally from the pressure of the water filling in from the lower decks. And the two halves, like, fold into each other like the letter V.
For Vendetta, I get it.
So, with this being said, it is now Geralf's turn.
Man, I bet you won't let me
What's the turn count?
shoot your boy.
This is... I really need to start keeping turn count because I usually don't. I think this is turn 5 or turn 6.
Okay. I'm just keeping turn count, trying to figure out the turn count for spiritual weapon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I need the turn count just for the fact that I'm feared.
Yeah, it's probably safe. Well, you do need to like make a whiz save with all of those. You
I
get
think
to
the
make
3 turns now.
Okay.
I don't know what I can do, honestly. Because I can't regen. Which means I'm not killing him.
Save me.
Yeah, but that seems so pedantic, you know? Like,
You were my best man.
Book is falling like towards the crack
I
in the
was
middle
your
of the book.
second best man, okay? Yeah, I guess we'll go save Book.
Okay, how you go about doing this?
Well, that's a great question. You know, I'm a swashbuckler. I spent some time, you know, not necessarily on a boat, but around boats.
Yeah, especially since you're from Scornabel, which is a landlocked city.
Yeah.
I spent some time looking at boats.
You looked at
Well, you know,
pictures of boats.
it's always been a
Read a book.
hobby of mine. So I don't know how to sail very well, other than like, you know, like I know on paper how it works. But what I do know is the layout of boats very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use some of that knowledge to try to kind of repel my way down towards Book, and try to get close enough that I can snag a hand under him and drag him back to something he can grab onto.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you do that. You can grab Book's hand and keep him from falling into the fissure that's forming in the boat.
Literally everything is something that I can grab onto, just letting you know.
Well,
Alright,
like, you know,
listen
there's
to
like
me,
plenty of
little
like
shit.
there's plenty of wedding decorations and tables and shit and dead bodies flying into the
Yeah.
fissure.
But I can still grab onto those. My what I said wasn't wrong. Just not what I meant.
I mean, I guess, but do you really want to be pedantic right now? Like,
I'm always pedantic. That's my secret cap.
While you guys are doing this, Rush, make a deck save for me. What may be the most important deck save of the entire campaign.
Thank God. 17.
All right, Amalia's corpse like falls past you, and with you don't know if it's like preternatural, like, you know, instinct that makes you do it, but you rush your hand down and you grab hold of what appears to be her necklace, and as you yank the thing from around her neck, you realize that it's a key. And it
Well,
bears,
that's important.
it appears to bear the Castellanter crest on it.
Hey.
So let's see, Geralf. Book. Geralf is currently helping you not fall into the abyss below.
Do I have a free hand?
Yeah, he's holding onto you with one hand.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the boy.
Okay, with Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're still doing this at disadvantage.
Yep. $14.
14 to hit, miss.
What a 15.
Miss.
Okay. Well, that was useless.
Oh, well.
Totally useless.
You try, buddy.
I know.
Okay. Rush. What do?
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
That is a 25.
Wow. Yeah. Roll damage. Jesus.
I have a +7 to my spell. Like, my spell is +7, so
Right.
I do some work there. So let's see, that's 8, 10, 15 damage from Guiding Bolt, and the next attack on it has advantage.
Okay.
Oh, well,
holy
no, spiritual
shit.
weapon can't reach, so never mind.
Yeah.
Bonus action, then I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. Oh man. It's on his action that Victoro uses his dash action to get 60 feet higher in the air. And the Rod of Lordly Might extends back upwards.
He's out of my range.
What's the range? Like, okay, so it was 50.
It was 50.
Then another.
He's
at 140 right now.
Yeah, he's at 140
yep.
feet in the air.
Get fucked. Nothing I can do.
So my spider's on his staff. What happens with him?
God damn.
I fucking forgot. Oh god. He can make a strength save for me, I think, because he's holding on to something that is retracting very rapidly.
They got that hairy skin that makes them sticky.
He's a spider. He's stuck to that thing.
I'll give him advantage on it. Your spider stays on the staff.
Hey.
It is attached to the hilt of what turned back into his rapier. He has a Rod of Lordly Might built into his rapier.
And just so that
I bet he does, dude.
Just so that I am aware of how Guiding Bolt works, it's not Isaac's next attack.
It's
correct.
Next attack.
It's any next attack.
So
yes.
if my spider bites him next,
it has
he gets
advantage.
advantage.
Yep.
While what's his face still gets disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hope your spider heckin' kills this guy. Trying to ruin the wedding we were trying to ruin. How dare you?
This is one of the cover of the book villains, by the way.
Yeah, well, he should have not been a little bitch, and then he would have gotten away with it.
All right. Shit.
And I'm pretty sure the way that the order goes is Geralf and me, right?
Well, it's Victoro's turn right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, he doesn't. Is he aware of the spider?
Yeah, but
It's
he's
on the hilt of his
he
rapier.
Can do. He's
But is he aware of
can
it?
do.
I mean, how often are you aware of a spider?
Wait, sorry. It is not Victoro's
That
turn.
was like 50 feet away from you.
Yeah, it is not Victoro's turn. Actually, it's the Spine Devil's turn. The last Spine Devil surviving is going to attack Mr. Book because it cannot make it up to its master in time. 15.
Why wouldn't it attack Geralf? Why would it attack me? Geralf's
That is
holding
such
us.
an excellent point.
I'm
Geralf,
just saying.
what's your
Whoa,
AC?
Whoa, that's
Whoa,
bullshit.
rude.
I'm just helping him make good life decisions
Yeah,
here.
it's good. It's good narrative. He's right.
Who are you attacking?
You 15.
Ty goes to the defender, bitch.
Yeah, you're right. 16.
Uncanny dodge, bitch.
All right, you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay,
It's
well,
four,
it's not.
It's 4 after your uncanny dodge.
Okay, well, there you go.
All right.
I'm still plenty healthy.
Quill.
That's why I wanted it to attack you.
God.
It's just a flesh wound.
Quill jumps off of the boat and turns into a dolphin mid jump.
Whoa.
Thanks, dear. I'll just be right here. Bye. You save yourself there. Even though I tried to save you earlier.
Geralf, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna pull out my rapier and try to kill this stupid thing that's attacking us.
You're gonna do that holding on to Book, trying to keep it from within the fissure while also holding on to something else.
I mean, I have a climb speed, so if he can just get me to the boat, I can claw it.
I can make the case that you're now like clawed in. He can have a free hand to do fisticuffs with the Spine Devil.
I would like to just poke it with my sword, please.
Yeah, just poke
if
it with your
that's
sword.
possible.
No, fisticuffs, man. Gotta punch it.
Is it 24 enough to poke it with my sword?
It's enough to poke it with the sword, yes.
Just headbutt it.
Does 13 damage kill
13
it?
damage does not kill it, but it sure as fuck does
Heck.
hurt it.
Heck.
Book, what you got?
Alright, spider time.
Spider time? Alright.
Spider time. So he gets the advantage for the hit.
Yeah, he does. Oh, I forgot that I'm rolling for it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't hear anything.
The first one is second one.
Oh, that silence.
It's a nat 20.
Hey.
Now roll,
He's like, I
roll
don't
that
feel so
Constitution
good.
saving throw.
Hold
with
on,
disadvantage.
hold on. I have to roll his damage out first. Let's just do that first.
Okay.
Fucking
He's like,
spider.
I don't feel so good.
Well, minimum damage on the first one. So that's
sad.
4 damage. And then 6 damage with the second one. And then
Did you just create Spider-Man?
Just really hope he misses this con save.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me see. That's a nat 20, but
Disadvantage.
fuck, stop falling. He succeeds.
Oh,
I'm
boo.
sorry. But you know what the funny thing is? I'm not even afraid of sharing this with you. He has 1 hit point remaining.
We just gotta somehow get that 1 hit point.
God.
We're functioning off of a +5 to hit.
He also has
All right.
damage immunity to poison. Now that I'm looking at his stat sheet, like I
That's fine.
could text you a picture if you want, like to prove it. Like that's not me just like
So it wouldn't matter. The
he
five would've been the
actually
only
has
thing
like a
that went
thing.
through.
So, but like yes. Oh holy shit. This is why CR is bullshit, by the way.
Because of the CR1.
Well, no, not the imp, Victoro. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right, Rush. There's a spine double left, and you're having trouble holding your footing. You'd have to be careful to not like fall in. But besides that, you're go.
Rush, please find a way to kill that guy.
I'm looking.
Rush, please climb something and shoot your guiding bolt.
I think he's out of range of guiding bolt.
Even
Guiding
if
bolt's
you climb something?
120.
And
If you
he's
can get 20 feet closer.
20 feet in the air, real quick.
Okay, so question then.
Oh God.
Realistically, with the boat being in a V shape, what would the height of the front of the boat be?
It's not high enough. It's
Are
like
you sure?
they're sinking.
Do so-
If he jumps a little bit,
They're sinking. There's nothing to do. You jump, you're gonna be jumping horizontal.
But would he be close enough?
what about the masts? Where are the masts at?
The what?
The mast. Is this not a boat with masts?
Oh, I mean they're like sideways.
But would they be taller than the front of the boat?
Wait, I got this.
Yeah. Please, like, give me some maritime advice.
Nope, I got this. I'm going to ask Galore to help me with this guiding bolt.
Oh shit.
I mean, that's a thing.
Can Galore extend the range of spells?
Hey, bro, can you give me an
Lord
extra
can
20?
do anything.
Hey, can you give me an extra 20 feet of girth?
What give you I? And what do you give me?
I'll give you 8 points of life for 20 feet of range.
Silly boy. I am no stranger to the desperation you feel. I will take out your life force, and I will do what you ask. You can give me one.
Please don't miss. Please don't.
You can give me 1 point of Constitution.
Like,
Think about how much
Permanent or-
experience we're
Yes.
gonna get for killing this guy.
okay, a permanent con? Okay, cool.
Think about how much experience we're getting for killing this guy. That I'm assuming, with as high up as he is, we weren't supposed to kill him.
Make sure
PR
that
is
did it.
bullshit, dude.
Okay, it did override that. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Oof, thank God, it's a 16.
And hits him. You don't even have to roll damage.
Fucking just falls out of the sky. It's
Sorry,
like
Mr.
it's like if you shot a seagull with a pellet gun. It's just like boom.
It's more like you shoot your guiding bolt up into the air, and it's like it's making its way to what is quickly becoming a dot on the sky. And instead of like a fallen corpse, all you see is a giant red explosion in the air of just like red magical energy, and then swooshing down like in a circle until it sticks into the deck is a rapier with a rod of lordly might built into it.
Oh, dude, it's mine.
Yeah, it has to. I can't really use it very good, so yeah.
I 100% can.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't have this, but that's what's so great about it.
Bro, you're also about to get Trixie!
I hope you understand how fucking busted this thing is.
What thing? What are we getting?
He's getting...
I really don't, but...
He got the rapier. He got the sword.
Yeah.
That also the fucky shit.
Yeah, the Rod of Lordly...
So I have a question. It's got a Rod of Lordly Might built into it.
Yeah.
So is it a +1 rapier as
It's
well?
a +3.
Oh my god!
Hey, remember how you were like, man, why doesn't Geralt have a magic item yet? Well, here you fucking go.
Oh, I have to walk away
where's my
when you
magical
say.
weapon?
You did get the +1 thing of stuff, but like, wow, I feel like a dick now. I mean, you
Where's
might
my magic
you might have to fight Book for this because he could totally use this too.
Fuck off, Book.
Who did more damage is the question.
Book definitely
Uh,
did, but
This is not even a question. Honestly,
I mean,
Book,
here's the thing. What is your climb speed versus my climb speed?
here's the deal, Book.
Because you're
How many
sinking
health points do you have?
I mean, you're sinking. I'm just saying.
How many health points do you have left?
Rush takes it and just puts it in a case that nobody can touch, and like it's a trophy. Kidding.
I mean, if killing me is what you want to do.
Dude,
Says the guy in single
Follow your
digit
heart.
health.
Follow your
Mister,
heart.
I have magic. I'm gonna steal the good weapons too. I
Wait, what's
literally
your
didn't even get
health
my
at?
magic
What-
item.
I mean, what's your health at?
My health is at 33.
Okay.
It's gonna take at least 2 attacks to kill me.
Well, one attack.
I-
I attacked twice, and we've seen what it can do.
I have uncanny dodge. Let's play this game.
I just need to kick you and make you fall into water.
I'm keeping
good luck.
I'm keeping the battle music going because this is great.
And
I
you're
literally
sinking.
don't care about a rapier. I've never used a rapier on this character.
BT Dubs,
Well, there
this
you
is
go.
a fucking legendary item. I hate you guys.
Yeah. And now it's my legendary item. I'll just climb up and snag that on my way off the boat, please and thank you.
I prefer to make my own way in the world without the use of crutches. So
Giraffe is 100% a crutch kind of guy. He's all about it.
there
So
you go. You can have it.
Oh my god.
this is my rapier.
There are many like
Alright.
it, but nothing.
No, they're not many like it.
There are none like it.
How do I? Alright, now I gotta figure out how to change this.
So you guys are still on a sinking boat.
I mean,
yeah.
here's the question though. Am I?
I can breathe under. I can breathe. No, I didn't get to finish.
Well, can you finish it? I mean, does she have to be present for this?
Yeah, because I gotta cast ceremony. Like it's an actual spell that you get shit from.
Oh. Okay.
Holy shit, I don't think I can mess with my
Can I
rapier.
like call out to Quill and see where she is? I mean, I know she turned into a dolphin.
She
and
poops her
whatnot,
head
but
out of
I-
the water and she's like, "Ah!"
Okay. I was really, really hoping that she didn't leave me.
Is there a lifeboat around?
There's several of them that are like dangling helplessly. You should probably cut those down.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb over to the closest one and cut it free.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the ropes.
Okay, yeah, you guys can manage to do that. You still need to make a dive for the Rod of Lordly Might if you want it.
Oh yeah. What do you want me to do for that? Just dex?
Deck save, yeah.
You do that. I'm gonna.
Oh,
do
dex
the,
save?
I'll do the boat.
Okay. 25.
Yeah, you get it.
I'm gonna
Alright,
use-
asshole.
I was gonna use Bardic Inspiration on him, so
Whatever.
Oh, it does. No, for dex saves, I don't need Bardic Inspiration.
start yowling at him. I'm gonna go find my
What is
almost
this
wife.
called?
It is a Rod of Lordly Might.
So I'm gonna call it the Rapier of Lordly Might.
That's the thing. So this thing is supposed to be a mace, but like Victoro's is just a a rapier instead. You can look at the things that it can do. I just sent.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh no, there's things it can do, as
Oh.
in plural.
Oh yeah.
All those pretty much all those spells that he did. Like
Everything that wasn't like
frighten.
Everything that wasn't like a straight up spell, like the Drain Life, the Terrify, and the Goku Pole, that was
Shit.
it. By the way,
I
you can
would've
do
fought a
the
little harder for
Goku
this.
Pole thing now.
See, here's the thing. It's my only. Having broken weapons is the only way my character is ever any good. So.
Yeah, Luthor's weapon is really good.
Just because we're friends and whatnot, just sleep with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So.
Oh my
Set
god.
it down.
It's attack and damage roll. This is such a gross weapon.
Just don't ever set it down.
Oh, dude. We're
Somebody
not.
will take it.
All right. So,
That's a promise.
you
Oh
guys,
my god.
you
Rolling
guys,
a crit 1 now gives me an 11.
you guys all managed to get onto a lifeboat and escape from the rapidly sinking thing. You
I could breathe underwater.
yeah,
Fuck that noise.
but as those who cannot are on a boat, and that includes Quill, who didn't really feel like being
Dolphin.
too much.
It's
like a
exhausting.
dolphin. Yeah,
And you can only do it for so. If she's a level 2,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she can only do it for so long.
Exactly. So, it's around this time whenever, let me look up, let's see, ominous D&D music, because that,
Am I gonna get married now? Is that what this is?
oh yeah, that's right. Would you guys like to carry out the ceremony?
Only if Rush agrees to do it under his actual deity.
Oh no, I was totally gonna do like the final line of it was gonna be "So help you, Shermong," and I was like,
Yeah.
like I was just because
So I know that Song went to a different plane of existence. Where is she now?
She pops back when Victoria dies. That's how that spell
yeah,
works.
that is absolutely true.
So where is she now?
We might just accidentally
Because
killed
she
Song.
was on the boat, which is not there anymore.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out when it comes to it.
Yep. Hopefully she can breathe underwater too.
So,
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
all right. So I look at Quill. I'm like, we finishing this? We doing the shorthand version?
Oh my god!
Did we lose someone?
Quill. We doing the shorthand version,
oh,
Quill?
sorry. Listen. I was just betrayed by someone I have known for several seasons. Was nearly killed, lost several long-term friends in the process, and if I may be totally blunt, got my very nice wedding dress wet. I would very much like to get this done as soon as possible, get back to the city, and take a very long sleep before I go talk to the rest of the Magisters.
Okay. I got one final reading, and then I can ask the I do's, and yeah, and then close it up. And if you guys got nothing else to say, then we're good. So yeah, let's knock this out. The final reading was a special request from Book himself, and it comes from the great reading of Sex and the City. His hello was the end of her endings. Her laugh was their first step down the aisle. His hand would be hers to hold forever. His forever was as simple as her smile. He said she was what was missing. She said instantly she knew she was the question to be answered. And his answer was, I do.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I know. I all I saw was Sex in the City, like, wedding quote, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm playing this.
It was either going to be that or How I Met Your Mother. But
I like how we had to throw Luther off the boat to make sure that he didn't break the combat.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Quill,
All right.
go ahead.
So, do you all have anything else to say prior to getting?
I recite the traditional Celtic wedding vows.
And those are?
I value the first cut of my meat, the first sip of my wine. From this day on, it shall be only your name I cry out in the night, and into your eyes that I smile each morning. I shall be a shield for your back, as you are for mine. No shall a grievous wound be spoken about us, for our marriage is sacred between us, and no stranger shall hear my grievance. Above and beyond this, I will cherish and honor you through this life and into the next. Ye are blood of my blood and bone of my bone. I give ye my body, that we two might be one. I give ye my spirit, till our life shall be done. You cannot possess me, for I belong to myself, but while we both wish it, I give you that which is mine to give. You cannot command me, for I am a free person, but I shall serve you in those ways you require, and the honeycomb will taste sweeter coming from my hand.
That was really fucking sweet for me to have the Sex and the City theme playing in the background. And Quill looks back at you with like little sparkles in her eyes, and she says, hang on, let me just make sure I get this right. Jesus Christ. I have to, like, wow. Let me ask, like, were those, like, your actual, because that was either really well read or really well rehearsed. I'm
an English major, buddy.
Oh, well, I didn't know if that was, like, your own wedding vows or something, and you just,
No,
okay.
we did a Christian wedding.
Okay. That was badass. But anyway, Quill looks at you and she says, Book, I was approaching infertility when I met you, but there is still time.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
She's
I believe we're just gonna stand up and be like, "Oh yeah, but get laid."
Okay.
All right then. Quill, do you agree to be bound together in love now and forever?
I do, now and forever.
Book, do you agree to be bound together in love now and forever?
I do, until death do us part.
Under the authority of Jermon, the god of murder and lies, I declare this I present to the two of you these matching rings, blessed by Jermon's divine grace. May they protect each of you in your new life together.
And they're still, they still have blood on them from the fight.
Song is gonna be so pissed.
That's my point.
Also, this technically is a ceremony spell, so for the next week, if you're within 30 feet of Quill, you get +2 to your AC.
Also, I think Quill
I have a normal person's AC now.
I think Quill
You have to carry Quill under your arm everywhere.
God.
Yeah, oh yeah, she gets it too technically, but we're not playing her, so.
So, real quick, it's like several minutes after you guys do the the ceremony, and it's still like, you know, the afternoon, but it's approaching evening, and that's why you're not really sure why the skies are still red. The sky reflects off of the water in such a way that like it makes the water below you look like a brilliant shade of red, but it seems off. And on a hunch, like Quill just like dabs her finger into it, and she looks at her hand in shock and realizes that the water that you guys are floating in towards the city of Waterdeep is blood. And then as one of you guys looks to the tip of the boat, you see an aristocratic man standing before you in large, long flowing red robes. He has slicked back black hair and a devilish goatee. And he looks down upon you. You see giant, two curved horns cresting from his head. He looks down at you and smiles. Good evening.
Do we know you?
No, I do not think I do not think you do. Allow me to elaborate. I am Asmodeus.
Oh,
am the
fuck.
Lord
Oh,
of the
this is
Nine-
not good.
I am the Lord of the Nine Hells. I am Dark Prince of the Nine Hells, Dread Tyrant of the Baator Throne, Lord of Lies et al. And I just thought you would like to know of the contract you just broke.
Hey, buddy, I didn't sign any paperwork.
With the death of my beneficiaries.
That's their fault. They broke it.
Yeah.
shouldn't have-
Here's the thing.
They shouldn't have
I
died.
will sign a new contract with you, taking
Okay.
their
Wait,
place,
stop this.
amending
no.
my own terms, if that is okay with
God.
you, Almighty
Fuck.
One.
You guys start to not be able to breathe.
Oh, good.
Yep, that sounds about right.
He unravels a paper, and I'm going to link this image to you, but I'm still going to read it because I love it. He reads this following out to you. By infernal compact, a bargain is forged between the following signatories, bound in blood and fire, and binding in all realms for all time, inviolate and eternal. Lord Victorio Castellanter, banker of prominence in the city of Waterdeep, and faithful servant of the Nine Hells, beneficiary. Lady Amalia Castellanter, an arcanist of great skill and prominent figure in Waterdeep, likewise faithful to the infernal powers, beneficiary. And Asmodeus, Dark Prince of the Nine Hells, Dread Tyrant of the Baator Throne, Lord of Lies et al., grantor. By the terms of this compact, the beneficiaries shall gain that as can be preferred by the infernal powers, to include long life, exemplary health, and freedom from want. Their endeavors shall thrive, whilst rivals are dealt a measure of misfortune, ruin, and penury. In exchange, they agree to forfeit the souls of any offspring their union has yet brought forth, or to be conceived and futural. Any such souls shall enjoy 9 years of freedom before said souls shall be claimed by the grantor, becoming legio infernum in perpetuity. In alternus, the beneficiaries may consign to the Nine Hells 1 shy of 1,000,000 gold coins, and the sacrifice of 1 shy of 100 unfortunate souls. Ere iditem, the grantor may nullify the compact at will. In so doing, the terms of the contract shall be deemed fulfilled. The contract is signed at the bottom by Asmodeus in fiendish language, and by Amalia Castellanter and Victorio Castellanter, written in blood. After he finishes speaking, you guys finally feel your breath return to your lungs. They have no need.
So yeah, as I was saying before, we'll take up the contract
Look, shut
with some
up.
amendments.
Yo. Rush is celibate, so he's cool with it.
I am not signing a contract with the Lord of Lies, guys.
Technically, 2 people died, 2 people need to sign.
I'm not breathing, so I don't give a fuck. This looks good.
You can
but
breathe
I
again.
didn't-
We can breathe again.
Yeah, you can breathe again.
I'm saying, you lost 2 people, we'll give you 2 people, with amendments.
You seek to bargain with me.
I seek to bargain with all people that are greater than me.
You think yourself approach to me. You think I came here to bargain? No, I just merely sought to deliver onto you the grandiosity of what you have done. You have signed away 2 souls in perpetuity to me. And then Quill speaks up. Oh my. The Castellanter has had 2 children. They will be approaching their 9th summer in but a week, perhaps. By the terms of this contract, that means... Oh my. Yes.
Well, I mean, by the terms of the contract, it's not our fault. So, they agreed.
Then you are of no moral objection to my claiming of their souls.
I mean, I have moral objections, but I don't see what I can do about it.
May
And I'm
I-
not sure if Geralf is willing to vocalize that right now.
May I reread the 3rd line of said contract? In alternus, the beneficiaries may consign to the Nine Hells 1 shy of 1,000,000 gold coins, and the sacrifice of 1 shy of 100 unfortunate souls.
Well, I mean, how many souls did we get with the boat collapse there?
Oh,
Not 1,000,000.
No, 100.
No,
It's a million.
100.
it's a 99
Oh.
technically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
99
souls.
people.
How many did we get
and-
with that boat?
less than 99, and it has to be like in a ritual. The sacrifice.
So you want us to kill 99 people and pay you 1,000,000 gold to save the life of 2 children?
Yeah.
Is this
Sorry,
not
boss, they're not worth
satisfactory
that.
to you?
Just to be blunt, no. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
not really.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the lives
got
of
a
2
million.
children don't outweigh the lives of 100 people.
Yeah, we didn't
No
break
matter
this
how good or
contract.
bad they are.
They did. They died.
Yeah, this
So
isn't
that's-
our contract.
That's on them.
Very well. And the contract erupts in flames. And Asmodeus places his hands in front of him, very, just very plainly, formally. And he looks down at the 3 of you, the 4 of you, mind you. If you wish to do business with me, we will speak at the anointed time. You must find the proper offerings. You must approach the situation with the proper decorum. Erstwhile, then we shall talk. You understand? The Dark Prince of the Nine Hells, dread tyrant of the Baator throne, Lord of Lies et al., does not speak to any such mortal. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Yes.
I understand.
Have a lovely evening.
Heck off, dude.
Notice that Tyler had to put in that subtle "don't meme with me" clause.
And then he poofs away in the same red smoke that did Inkelf, Victoro Castellanter, who you
Listen,
killed.
he's not in the 9 Hells, so he's not at full power, so we could have taken him.
Me and my 9 HP are gonna take on the Lord.
Me and my 3 are gonna help.
What's really
I'd say it wasn't gonna be a hard fight.
really funny to me is that he's technically currently fighting Jeramong for the portfolio of lies. That's actually a thing. So that's just really funny to me by any chance. Anyway, so yeah, and you guys, as soon as Asmodeus disappears, the waters turn back to normal, and you guys make your sail back to Waterdeep. And as you guys dock your miserable little lifeboat, it's approaching evening, and you hear boots clacking on the dock. And you see a cadre of what appear to be dark elves in
Oh no.
black armor. One of them flanked by Song Luxendark, very, very wet. Just drenched head to toe, not looking happy. The other,
Yo,
flanked by Dance Luxendark. And the head of them, one Agnes Donskull. Formerly, as to your knowledge, to Geralf's knowledge, the owner of the once proud Ivory Eye Tavern in Scornabel, and now a disgruntled barkeep at the Yawning Portal. They go to meet you guys at the end of the dock. And
I'm just gonna lean over, as we watch them come up, I'm gonna lean over to Rush and be like, you had to say Germon, didn't you? Come on, dude.
hey man, hey, hey, I can't tell you why, but I need some of their blood.
Oh my
I
god.
need that man's leg.
So, Agnes leans over, and he smiles, and he grabs at a non-existent, open space of air around his head, and he twists it. And he goes, he changes form in a flash. Suddenly, he is Jezra and Hornraven. And then she reaches up and twists the same spot of air. And suddenly, she is, what was his name? Fuck. Where's my summary document? Shit. She appears to be the carpenter that helped build the furniture that you guys put in the troll skull. She twists it once again, and she's Barnabas Blastwind, the sheriff that investigated the whole thing. And then lastly, he twists it once more. And standing before you is a dark elven man. He's wearing a feathered cap, a very ornate feathered cap. He's wearing very elaborate clothes, and no, he doesn't actually have his cape with many colors. And he bears an eye patch on his right eye. Gentlemen, and the dearest
lady.
And the dearest lady, congratulations on your nuptials. Yes, of course. Tell
Thank
me,
you.
was the sea fair to you?
I think you know the answer to that one, friend.
Actually, it was probably as fair to me as I deserve.
Well said. My name is Jarlaxle Bainry, and I will be taking care of you. I require just one bit of payment. I'm a collector, you see. I have a strong preference for items of magical import, stones in particular. And
May I?
that
May I interject, sir?
or unless you want to, I was going to say that would be where we end. But okay, go ahead.
I apologize for being rude and interjecting, but I just want to make sure that my friend's okay. And I point over to Song.
And Song steps over and her boots clack as she does so. Boys, it was fun. It really was.
The bitch.
But, as you understand, well, the game was rigged from the start. From where you're standing, it must seem like just a terrible run of luck. But, well, my people in my city, they have needs, and with powerful friends come great opportunities to do good things. Now, please, be a dear and hand over the stone, and don't make this difficult.
Look, not my stone. Belongs to that dude. And I point to Rush.
Yes, of course! And Jarlaxle crosses his arms and looks very excited. Oh yes, I've heard all about you. I've seen all about you. And then he crooks his hat again, and then he becomes Zardoz Zord, the very naked pirate. As you see, I had such a fun time speaking with you. You left quite an impression on me. And then he twists his hat again, and he becomes Jarlaxle again. But you see, I'm quite not much for conversation. I must have my due recompense, you understand. I've done a lot of work in the city, and I'm quite tired.
Rush jumps into the water and dives as deep as possible and is running.
All right, boys. I would have let you have a cut of the gold, but...
And I just hold my hands up like, I'm not a part of this. That's on him.
If it's to be a hunt, it's to be a hunt. And he looks at Geralf and he pulls out... Oh, actually, no. He just holds out his hand to you. And he has like a thick gauntlet on his right hand. And he holds this out to you at the same angle that Spider-Man would hold out his wrist. What say you, good man? Be you friend or foe? Do you like the smell of gold and money? Gerald?
Man, I am at an impasse here. Because I think there's a very large part of Geralf who'd be like, I'm just doing this to help out my family back home.
Welcome to playing rogues.
I don't know. For now, Geralf will take his hand.
Alright, and Jarlaxle hoists you out of the lifeboat and he lets you stand, not threatening you whatsoever. Wonderful. First order of business, and he looks to Book and nods at him. He looks to Quill and nods at her, and Quill just kind of shrugs. We're going to get that stone from your little friend there, even if we have to kill him to do it. And
I'm okay with this.
that's where we'll end tonight. Yay!
So, real quick thing. I know we're ending. This is like an after thing. I have full intentions of letting Song know that I have proof and a witness with Quill that Rush actually is a worshiper of Germong.
Perfect. I'm down. Fuck yeah.
So that was the whole reason why I wanted him to add in the Germong line. It was a tarp.
I mean, that's fine. No, he fully knew. Like, that was his plan from the beginning. Like, he knew that he had to do that to technically, for it to be, like, technically official.
A binding, yeah, it had to be a binding thing, yeah. All right, so I'm going to, in lieu of, like, giving compliments, I just want to ask you guys to do the following. I want you guys to tell me what you think was the, what move in your, what move or action or just general thing said made the highlight reel for you. We're going to call this the highlight reel. What would you guys like say was the MVP action of this past session before we break?
Some good ones to choose from in this one.
Yeah, this was fucking rad. I'm gonna like be totally real with you. Like, I realized like halfway through that I should really bump Victorio through that fight, and I just didn't. Because you really underestimate 5th level characters. Like shit snowballs pretty quick. But yeah. My personal vote is fucking homeboy with the guiding bolt and the fucking spider. That was too perfect to not let it happen. We also completely introduced and concluded the Castellaner storyline in this entire session. The Castellaner is one of the cover villains, and they were written mostly by Matthew Mercer of Critical Role fame, and also the voice actor of McCree.
Well, Matthew Mercer needs to get better at writing fucking bosses because we kind of bodied them.
No, well, it's...
And there we lost our one viewer.
Well, no, it was kind of like...
because our one viewer was actually Matthew Mercer.
Oh, dude, if that fucking... Matt, I will suck your dick to be on Critical Role, man. Just let me, like, cameo once. I'll be Charles the Butt Monkey. Like, I'll do anything, please. Anyway, yeah, so it really wasn't like, you know, that you guys just, like, fucking destroyed them through rolls and, like, being very lucky. Like, he, through all rights, should have, like, bodied you guys with the flame strike and escaped, but, yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we cut it?
I kill my imp.
You kill your imp.
So, I know, like, from my experience with this group as well as my experience as a DM, like, you can't never predict what your party's gonna do. But Tyler, did you see this one coming?
No. The plan was for Victoria Castellaner to finally introduce himself. Because, like, listen, you guys had met all 4 villains at this point. I will freely tell you this now. The 4 villains are the Xanathar, Manshoon, the Castellaners, and Jarlaxle. And, like, you know, some of them, like, their villainous intents can be interpreted widely, like you will probably learn with Jarlaxle soon enough. But, no, the plan was to have Castellancer strong-arm the stone out of you by crashing the ceremony with his Spine Devils, but you guys literally beat him to the punch with all the chaos.
I just love how we tilted him super hard.
Slurs.
Yeah, man, that wasn't cool.
It's like it's really fucked up too, because like I was really looking forward to using that as a really cool thing, because like the contract is a thing you have to race against, because the reason why they're after the Vault of Dragons is because they need the money to pay off Asmodeus, but they also need to sacrifice all those souls, which is why they were holding the Feast of the Sorrowful, their nice little dinner they throw for all the poor people in the town. That Nat, Jinx, and Squidly tried to get themselves invited to when they met Amalia, but they were turned away because she didn't want to sacrifice kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
The
And we ended up killing kids anyways.
yeah, well, you didn't kill them. You just consigned their souls to the nine hells for all in eternity.
Listen, dude, I'm 100% hit the one person on the tracks to save the 5. Okay,
That's fair. That's
you
totally
can't
fair.
give me an option like that. I'm pretty sure that the life of one does not outweigh the lives of many. So
Right. No, I really, really love the Castellaners and stuff. They ended up kind of being like the way that our DM ran it. Like all the villains were a thing at the same time, but like man, the Castellaners really stuck with us. So it's like it's very interesting to see them go from prominence to people that we trusted, which I would have tried to do earlier, but like you guys just didn't do anything that necessitated meeting the Castellaners at all. So, like, you know, just other villains ended up taking prominence. But I'm glad to finally have a Jarlaxle, which I am playing as, my playing inspiration for him is the Radio Demon from Hazbin Hotel. If you haven't watched that, it's, like, really fucking funny. So, yeah. No, to answer that, no, I didn't expect that. He was going to strong-arm the stone from you, and then it would have been, like, a race to the crypt and everything. It would have been great.
I guess more so, like, what was your original plan for the wedding? Were you gonna? Well, you sent me that stuff you were gonna use, but
well, it was gonna be red wedding. It was gonna straight up be like a red wedding. The druids were gonna carry out the ceremony, and at the very last minute, Castellaner would have he would have flame pillared the boat and tried to make off with the stone with his spine devils. That's what the spine devils are for. They can fly. They can get the stone back to a secure location.
Gotcha.
What was it?
We said not today.
The meme that I was going to be dropping on you guys, the wedding vows that I gave to you, Isaac, were literally exact word for word, except swapping out the pronouns and the god in question. The wedding vows from Skyrim. Yeah, which I thought was like really funny.
Oh, you're awake.
You were trying to cross the Dark District, weren't you? You and that god, never mind, I can't. Yeah, so now, like, our boy Rush is, like, wanted. And this is absolutely not the team that I was expecting. Geralf and Book versus Rush. I was really, with the Manchun thing, I was really expecting Geralf and Rush versus Book, but this is crazy, and I love it. And, I say this now, the next session is the highest likely, like, candidate for final session of Dragon Heist that I've seen since we started playing.
No, guys, for real, this is the last one.
Listen, I'm just saying.
So, question. Because you're so big about milestone levels.
No, this
I mean, we did just kill
this dungeon really. No, this entire
two
module.
very important people.
This module really does get fucked up if you get past level 5.
Pretty sure this module's already fucked up.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, we killed one of the sets of villains at level 5. Probably don't need to be any stronger.
Yeah. The Castellaners.
I mean, I know we can't take all of them, obviously.
The Castellaners are also, like, by far the weakest villains in the book, like, combat-wise.
Right.
It's like
We've
it's
also been weakened.
No, they were played straight. I probably should have had him. The only problem is that Victorio's ultimate spell is Earthquake, and that doesn't work on open water.
Gotcha.
So, but no, it's not even funny how hard Jarlaxle would, like, wipe the floor with those two. But you'll find that out later.
That and we immediately, like, broke half the power by rendering her completely useless and then killing her before she could do anything.
Yeah, you guys, like, tactically, it was sound, like, very.
Yeah, I poke the things. They just make sure that the things can't poke back.
Let me just put it to you this way. Amalia is CR5 and Victorio is CR10.
Will.
I will disclose Jarlaxle's CR whenever we finish.
Whenever we kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about all that, Chief.
There's a reason. There's a reason that Rush literally just jumped and, like, dove as deep as possible.
Yeah, like, I hope you understand that, like, every face that he just showed you. Yeah.
I think Rush is just gonna start living underwater now. Just never come back.
I mean, you have an aboleth in your head, on your head. And by the way, That's not a stone with the soul of an aboleth in it. That's an aboleth. Galore laid it out to you. Like he's an aboleth that has like perfected his own form.
Yeah.
So, a lot of fun.
So
So what you're saying is it's gonna be Geralf and Book versus Rush and an Aboleth.
It's a very small little aboleth that probably doesn't want to fight anything, but yes.
I want a pocket Aboleth.
Pocket sand.
Mark, what were you gonna say?
So have I played the Bard lock appropriately?
Yeah, you Eldritch Blast everything and occasionally do a Bardic Inspiration. Like that's all you have to do. Those are your two things.
I did have a question though, because I have
What is my
access
purpose?
to level 2 spells. What is my purpose?
What?
Are those level 2 spells? Are they only in the class? Like, is it both classes?
No, you have to look at your level up, like
Okay,
table.
so I basically just follow both of my level trees.
Yes, with the exception of
Well,
with the exception of whenever you hit 4, like there are certain things that are combined levels. Like your proficiency bonus, for example, that's whenever your total level is 4, and your Eldritch Blast like is total level 4. Or total level 5.
Warlock makes it tricky.
Yeah, because Warlock works off a short rest and everything. It's very strange.
Here's what I learned when I was playing Zhirmong, where he had the technically wizard spells and warlock spells.
You have to track them as separate spell slots, like as if you have
Okay,
two.
see that's what I've been
Well,
doing.
They're separate slots, but you could cross. Warlock is the only one that you can cross over into the other. You can use your warlock slot for your bard spell, but you can use the warlock mod, which for you would be the same because they're both out of charisma.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you were doing like wizard to bard, you would have to track them completely separately. The slots are different, but you can cross over because the warlock bases it off highest possible spell slot rather than individual levels.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because like with a warlock, you always cast at your highest level. Like no option, but that's only whenever you're casting your warlock spells with your warlock spell slots.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's two separate resources basically. You have 2 mana bars.
See, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've just been separating them.
Yeah, you've been doing it right.
Okay, cool.
So I have a question.
What's up?
What's up?
So, I've been looking to it a lot lately, and I think I've decided, since we have kind of a big thing for modules lately, that I'd really like to run Descent into Avernus next.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was Avernus, but it's Avernus.
So, if that's the case, would everybody be down with that? Is it something people would be interested in?
I'll do Descent into Avernus.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I will probably have to get the book like next week or something.
It's Mad Max for D&D.
Yes, basically.
You know what's the best part? It takes place in the Forgotten Realms, and
I know.
And
I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
Gate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to figure out how to get everything worked into it,
Right.
timeline wise, and I might have to get with you some, Tyler, to make that work. But
do we want to do a thing where like, do you specifically want to run this yourself, or do we want to tell our next DM, hey, we really want to run Descent into Avernus?
I think we really need to start finding our next DM.
Well, that's what I was like. I don't know if this is the interreg, because listen, once we finish this, we're going to be in our interregnum. We're going to be finding. We're going to be looking. What Josh is what Josh is proposing is what I assume to be like a while we're looking thing.
Well, it's a pretty big module too, isn't it? It's
that's
6 through 13, isn't it?
well, you can actually do from 1, I believe. So
Yeah, I think it's actually.
But
Yeah.
I think it
1
caps
through
at 13 though.
yeah, something like that.
So I mean, if this is the intermediate, I mean, we're taking quite a bit. What we're going to be anywhere from 9 to 12 sessions for a level 5.
Do we even have like an idea on another DM?
No, that's why we're
Not really.
Yeah, well, like we're going to
here's
start
my
looking
question
with
as well.
Like,
Do we want to give them something that long form, or do we want to go with something shorter? Like, we haven't done like I know it's like baby intro stuff, but we could do like Lost Mines for a couple weeks, and
Well,
just
that's what I was thinking. I
Or
wanna
they have that new starter set that has the new short adventure
Give me-
that I haven't played.
I'm actually gonna end the stream so we can talk about this, but like, yay!
Yeah.